Camera.
No.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Angie, we got nobody here?
We have 5 people here. What are you
Oh,
talking about?
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Hey, Kittenville. He's been here a while.
what's up, everybody? Hope everyone's having great sales today. I have been running around all day, so I didn't watch your video, but I'm assuming from the title that you made the mistake with promoted listings.
Hi, Nanette. Hi, Linda. Yes, that's correct.
Okay, that's what I thought. I meant to watch it, and we started organizing my office, and just got crazy. So I was like, "Oh, I need to see what they're going to do."
And then I put them back up, and I have a $500 plus day yesterday.
That's great.
Off of 14 sales, and then today so far I have none. So I'm like, who can figure this thing out?
I don't know.
Hey, Nana. Hey, Tanya.
Tanya, good to see ya. Nanette Davis. Now that is a really good eBay seller there.
Yeah, she's selling a bunch of stuff.
She is cracking the whip, making sure I.
Oh, let's make sure you are. Yeah.
Yep. She's been
You go.
Well, you know it's bad when she comes in and is like, "We're reorganizing your entire office because you can't work like this." I'm like, "You're right, I can't." So I'm so glad. That's a great idea.
Hey, I'll be right back. My daughter just walked to the door. So
Oh, okay. I guess I'm taking over. So, I have my pickle here. It's still hanging out. But my room, you could see I used to have a big giant pile over here. Okay, that's a little pile. It is much like a third of the way. So I'm super happy about that. What you was in and out.
Hello, Resell Chick and Ella. Yeah, we're having a bunch of I guess, Linda, since you live in this area, I guess are you going to yard sales tomorrow? Because there's a bunch of them starting tomorrow and Friday in Tuttle, Newcastle, Surrey Hills, Mustang, a bunch of them. So, yeah.
What's your weather going to be like?
Well, we're going to have rain coming in tomorrow afternoon, and then Friday night we may have some severe weather. And Tuesday's possibly even really severe weather.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I mean, we're used to tornadoes, so.
That's true. But you're looking good for yard sales, though?
Last week I went on Friday and it was rainy and cold, and I went Saturday and it was cold, and I found great stuff, as you saw. So, yeah, I mean, I'm going to go. And, I mean, it's kind of hard once you've committed to doing a yard sale to not do it. So they're going to be out there. It's just it's cold. It's cold.
No, it's beautiful. Like 70, 75 degrees here. I don't know. Maybe it might have been warmer today.
Yeah, here we go. It'll be in the 80s when I get to Maui.
That's true. It's currently 67 degrees.
And we're in the 50s. We broke a record today for the latest. We were 29 this morning. That's the lowest it's been ever in this late in spring.
29?
Yeah.
Now, I'm from Ohio, so there has, in my lifetime, it's been known to snow in June. So,
when I lived in upstate New York, it still was chilly in June, and that's the one thing I hated about it. But they had mild summers. They had like a 2-week spell where they got 90 degrees.
So it'll be 70 and then going up to 77 by Sunday.
Oh, wow.
So nice, but
I can handle 77.
86% chance of thunderstorms.
Yeah.
That stinks.
Hello, Faith. Hello, Resell Chick. And Linda, yes, I have. I've actually been to Maui 3 times, but I never thrifted on Maui. We thrifted on the Big Island 1.5 years ago, but I know where the Goodwill is, and we'll probably hit some. I don't know if we'll hit yard sales or not, because you're only allowed so much weight on luggage, so it'll be small stuff if we bring it back, or unique.
2 inches of snow in April.
Yeah, you can keep that.
Dang.
Where does
no thanks.
Colorado.
Thrift stores in Maui. Oh, Brian, you're listing Scentsy stuff? Did you like pick them up at yard sales or something?
He was also tearing apart a sewing machine for parts that he paid $10 for.
Nice.
Parting it out.
Part's so great. I'm trying to see, like, we're supposed to have a big yard sale, but I'm not seeing the listings for it. But I do have one called Heron's Forest, over 35 homes. See, they say over 35 homes in one subdivision, but that doesn't mean 35 homes are participating.
Oh. Hello, Lissa. Hello, Our Heart's Delight. Welcome.
Hey, that's a new name for me. Welcome.
Me too. Yeah, the one in Surrey Hills, which is just north of me.
Mm-hmm.
Last year I went and they had 150 in this subdivision. And they're having it this weekend. So I am going to be there, and I get there early. I mean, I'm there when it's still dark trying to find all the good stuff. Hello, Jennifer. Milwaukee is where Our Heart's Delight is.
Oh, nice.
Up there with Chuck and Amber and Marcy.
That's cool.
I will, Ella. I will tell JT you said hello.
Resell Chick, where in Ohio are you? I am from basically right between Cleveland and Pittsburgh, so northeast side. My family, my dad still lives up there. Well then,
Hi, Ella. Hi, Ella. Had to get that in. She asked.
How do I compete with the puppet?
You got your mother.
Oh.
Well, I mean, she keeps
really wrong.
She keeps you in line like he keeps me in line. How about that?
Okay, because I'm like,
I had to recover there, didn't I? No.
Yeah, she would like come after you. No.
Hey, Paul.
A few last weekend, yeah.
There's a Giants fan in
here.
That's
okay.
Room went downhill.
Paul, what's up? So, did y'all see that I sold my Mercedes bag?
Yes. So was it $465 best offer? What was the?
It was I sold it for $425, and I bought it at the bins for $5.
Now, what does it go to?
Here, let me pull it up and then
Go to a motorcycle or something?
No, it goes for like one of those small Mercedes that don't have a trunk or any really backseat. They have a kind of a tiny, tiny backseat, little kids basically could sit in. And it sits on the seat to put luggage in, and then it straps down. But let me show you.
Oh, wow.
I can find it. But I was super happy about it. I listed it for $500, and the only one that is sold in a year sold for $450. But she said $425, and I'm like, yes, sold. I can't not sell it for that.
Oh yeah. It's like when that ball cap the other day I sold for $170. I didn't even have a clue it had that kind of value. And when he offered me $170 and I had it for $199, I was like, yeah. I'm going to listen to Angie for once. Click
on that right there.
I got you.
There you go. That Mercedes-Benz bag. And it was in beautiful shape. There's nothing on it says Mercedes, but I saw that like right there. And I said, wait a second.
Now, my question is, did that try to sell at a Goodwill first? And nobody bought it?
I doubt it.
Is it a Goodwill bins?
Yeah, it's a Goodwill bins.
Okay.
But it was and there's the serial number, so you knew exactly what car it went for. But it was in beautiful shape. Like it had been stored but never used. But I tried to take really good pictures. And surprisingly, even though it was 37 inches long, and so 37 by 17, whatever, it was only $20 to ship it priority mail.
Wow.
So that was pretty good. Now, granted, let me take that off. I did pay all the extra, for the insurance and all that. Oops.
Oh.
Here, take that off.
All right. I thought you were putting something else up.
No. So it did pay for itself. Let's see. Let me stop the screen. There we go. I don't know what I was saying. I got so sidetracked.
I mean, it was a good find at the bins.
It was a great find at the bins, and all the girls were like jealous. And I mean, they were happy for me. I don't mean like jealous like that, but they were like, when I showed them how much I was going for.
Maybe that one lady with the books maybe would have said, can you not take that?
She's so sweet. I love her.
I finally got a sale.
You did? What'd you sell?
$8.40. Woo!
Jennifer is here. Hey, Jennifer. Good to see you.
Yeah, and I paid like $40 for it. So I'm kidding.
Oh, Keith is here. What's up, Keith?
Hello, Keith. And one of my favorites, Miss Jennifer, of course. And Ella, Faith, Nanette. Oh, man, Nanette's saying hi to Ella. Is she watching in the living room, Nanette?
She is in her room watching. Okay. Danny is here. What's up, Danny?
I just got through watching his video.
Danny's video?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And who else is here? Brian saw Brian was here earlier.
Yep. And Austin is here, Bourbon City Picker. He's coming on in a minute.
Oh, Lissa. Lissa's here. Hey, Lissa.
Oh, yeah. She's been here for a little bit.
I'm just distracted, evidently.
Go ahead and click on the link when you get ready there, Austin, and you can come in and y'all can meet Bourbon City Picker, who we tested a little while ago. He'll be on his phone. And hello, Melissa. You still wearing that hat, that Life is Good hat that she won?
It was a cute hat. I liked it.
Yeah. All that Life is Good stuff sells. I mean, it's not huge money, but it's
it's consistent though, for sure.
It's a good breakfast item.
So today we went car shopping. My daughter has a VW Beetle. It's like a 2012. It's a nice car, but it keeps having issues breaking down. And to repair a VW, it's expensive. And besides that, you could go to the dealer, but it's like 3 times the cost of anywhere else. And, or you can go to this one place, Runway Motors in our town, but it takes usually 2 weeks for them to look at a car or anything. So she wants to get a new car. But hey, we got someone here. What's up?
What's up, Austin?
How y'all doing?
For everybody, Austin's first time. We told him to come on in. We'd make him feel comfortable, and y'all can get to know him and ask questions. And I told him that Angie and I, since we don't normally delve into storage units, we can learn from somebody that knows something about storage units that we do not, and a lot of you may or may not know. So introduce yourself, Austin, and tell us a little bit about you.
Well, let's see. Let me turn this.
We know you're in Kentucky.
Yeah, I'm in Bardstown, Kentucky. It's the bourbon capital of the world, they say. I don't really know what to say.
Well, did you grow up there? That's your home?
No, actually, I was born in Denver, Colorado. I lived there for until I was about 10. Then we moved to Alabama and lived there till I was about 24, and my second little girl passed away, and then
I'm sorry
to move with her. Yeah, it was unfortunate, but she had a lot of health problems. So
Aww.
I guess really in the long run, it was, I hate to say it, probably the best thing. That way she didn't suffer, So.
Right.
Absolutely, Austin. So let me ask you, how long have you been reselling? What got you into it? Are you doing it full time? Tell us about your reselling history.
Hey, Vincent.
Well, I don't know. When I was a little kid, I used to go across the street and buy candy, come back to school and sell it to everybody all day. But I always couldn't make a dollar out of 15 cents,
That's right. Okay, so you've been an upseller for sure for a long time.
Yeah. I didn't really get into
selling bourbon.
No, I wish I could, but you got to have a license to do that legally. So.
Well, I thought Kentucky was famous for moonshiners.
Well, some things still happen that people don't know about.
And sell it. Do you sell ginseng too?
So what now?
Ginseng. Ginseng.
No.
I know that's money.
Yeah. I watched some of them boys go get it though.
Yeah.
I ain't in shape to do that no more. So, I really didn't get into selling till I guess about 2.5 years ago. I had heart surgery. Well, it's been almost 3 years ago since I had the heart surgery, September. And I sat around and watched a lot of YouTube, man, every day, all day long. Couldn't do much anything else.
Who were some of your YouTube resellers that you started out watching?
Well, let's see. There was What the Hells. I was watching them. Yep. And Jeebus. Right before he got really big, I was watching him. Mm-hmm. And then who was it? Icy Profits. He's kind of a local guy, or was.
Right.
Then Sarcastic. I watched him. Just a bunch of the storage unit people really is what I watched.
Okay.
And of course, then I got better and recovered, was able to go back to work. And I really wanted to do it. So I started looking online at auctions. And I finally figured, well, I'm going to bite the bullet and buy one. I did. Well, it was bad. It was bad.
It was bad.
Well, that's our questions. Would you recommend people getting into storage unit? Because I'm sure there's good and bad in it.
Yeah, there is. You can't really tell what you're getting. You can see what's from the door back.
Right.
Just like at a live auction. The unfortunate thing is they're not really doing the live auctions much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Think this is going to sound weird, but like with the first unit I ever bought, I wasn't able to go up to it and see in it, and this is really weird. Smell it.
Yep.
I purchased it. It was only $50. Thought I got a great deal. Got down there, cracked the door open, and apparently it was Grandma's unit, and Grandma had a bad smoking problem. And it was horrible. And everything was covered in mildew, and it was bad. And I finally got it all cleaned out and got rid of all that stuff.
Good.
Yeah, it was.
So you decided to take a chance and go for another one after that?
Yeah, actually I did. I was dumb enough to do it. So, and I didn't buy no more offline. I got to watching Sarcastic Stacker there, and they have a local run they used to have here in Louisville,
right?
For public storage. And he told me, "Well, come on out. We'll have a good time, BS and everything." So I got down there, met him and Icy Profits, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, just hanging out with everybody and BSing, And I had I think I had $150 in my pocket, and I was at one storage facility. There was one little unit, had a laundry basket in there. There was some wigs and some weave and purses and a couple little bags of stuff. Nobody wanted to buy it. So I was like, well, I'll give you $5, clean it out for you. So they took it. I won it. Then went to another one halfway across town and started bidding on it. And I seen a pair of Jordans in it. And I was like, I'm buying this unit.
Right.
And what was I ended up paying $50 for it in taxes. I think it was like $58. I made it was about $4,000 or more off that unit. It turned out as a drug dealer. Yeah. There was all kind of dealers. Yeah, drug dealer. He was the weed man.
So did you sell the weed too?
Well, there wasn't no weed in there.
great.
There was some scales though, and they're really good for jewelry. The little
Oh,
weed
right.
scale, yeah. That
There
they
you go.
they had plenty of weed on them. I had to get all that off her. But I got it, and it had some Casper mattresses that were still in the plastic covers. Hell, they was like $1,000 mattresses. A weight set. I think I had 6 or 7 pairs of Jordans. There was one really rare pair, which I made a little video to show Stacker and them. It's on my channel.
Right.
And I don't know. I just thoroughly enjoyed the hunt and looking and digging. I've been that way since I was little. My mom, she was the same way. Actually, when we lived in Alabama, they had community dumpsters. And at that
Really?
time, yeah, up behind the old schoolhouse, everybody take their trash up there and just throw it in. Well, Mama, she grew up. They was poor, scrapping everything. So she dragged me up there, boy, hop in this dumpster. So I'd jump in there, pull out cans, anything, stuff we could wear to school, sell, whatever. Didn't matter. Just get it and go. So I've kind of been a digger since day one, really. But
yeah, Vincent I for Profit said I know he buys units, and he said he won't pay more than $500 for a unit. But I saw one of his with the GameCube games, and he had some really nice stuff.
Yeah.
And Carol's here. Hello, Carol. Lissa, of course, knows about the jewelry stuff, so the scales are probably something she would be liking. But the only time I've ever dealt with storage was when I was a kid. I grew up in a trailer park in Texas, and there was storage units behind us, and people used to throw away stuff in the trash can. And one time I was there, and what caught my attention was there were some 1950s yearbooks, high school yearbooks from Kermit and Wink, Texas, which is way out in West Texas near the New Mexico line.
Right.
Underneath it was a box of 45s, and they were all 50s and early 60s, like Johnny Burdette, You're 16, and Bobby V, Take Good Care of My Baby, and all that. And some of them were warped because they'd been sitting in the sun, but there's like 300 of them, and I still have them to this day.
Oh, wow.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I still have them.
Well, most of the storage auctions here in Pensacola, Florida now are online. They all just take like 3 or 4 blurry pictures, and you're supposed to bid that way. So it's, I've been thinking about getting one and just like filming it and showing, what it's all about. But I'm so nervous about what I'm going to find when I buy one. So
yeah, I saw Thrift Mine one time. They bought one, and they got in there and they found an urn with somebody's ashes in it. So I was like, yeah, what do you do with that? I mean, why would you keep Grandpa in the storage unit,
Well, I have found several like that where they had a family urn or something.
really?
And, yeah. And
What do we do with
hate
Grandpa? I don't know.
I don't see why you'd leave a loved one in a storage unit, but
Right.
99% of the facilities, I can't get this camera to work right. There we go. Anyways, 99% of them want you to leave like family photos, Bibles, pictures. Just if you find an urn, leave it. I've had just one facility, and it was a local one here very close to me. I'd bought a unit, and over half of it was family photos, paperwork, family tree, couple urns. The grandmother apparently had lost a couple of her grandsons. So I put it all in a corner. Guy come out there. He said, I thought you had this cleaned out. I said, I do. So that's just the family photos and stuff. He said, nope, you bought it. It's yours. You got to take it.
Huh.
Yeah, he was not a very polite fella. We'll put it that way.
Right.
But
hey, Keith, I did the same thing when I was a kid. It wasn't cans back then; it was bottles, and we took them to the store to get chips and candy and drinks.
yeah,
They were a lot heavier than cans.
Well, we used to like do the glass bottles. You returned them, but we also like crushed cans with this can crusher that was in our garage. I don't know. We were just different back then.
yeah. Mama used to take them, save them up in big black trash bags, and put them out in the driveway. And get us kids to go out there and stomp them all day. So,
That's right.
oh my goodness.
Faith, yeah, definitely. If I do it, I will be wearing some thick gloves because you never know.
Yeah, you're liable to find needles. I found crack pipes, all kind of stuff. It's
Really?
yeah, it can be nasty. It can be really, really, really gross.
I hear the same things when people say go to the bins. They say wear gloves, and the only reason I would wear gloves is because there's been broken glass in some of the totes, and I have cut myself.
Yeah.
I have found a couple of toys that I won't mention in them too, but yeah, I can see where people would say that they're just dumping stuff in there. They're not sorting through all of it. It's been piles, but yeah, you gotta be careful with that stuff because you get poked. You always hear the cop say, "Is there anything going to poke or stick me?" But they don't ask at the bins.
They don't.
Right, that's true.
Well,
okay, so Austin, on your Instagram, it says a second chance is better than no chance, which I assume is about your surgery and stuff.
Yeah.
So you want to tell us about that? What the heck happened?
Well, I'd started smoking, I guess, when I was probably 5 or 6. Mama caught me.
Wow.
I was a little feller. She drugged me upstairs in my drawers because I was getting my morning cigarettes, She drugged me upstairs, made me sit down in a chair, and this people would say this child abuse now, but it straightened me out for a long time. She put a paper bag over my head, set me down with a carton of Raleigh Kings, and made me smoke them.
Oh.
Yeah, and now she had my little sister watch. And every time I'd cough or gag, my little sister would do the same thing. And she didn't smoke till, hell, I guess she was in her 20s or something before she started smoking. I'd done picked it back up by about 12, 13 years old. And I don't know, I'd lost a bunch of weight, got to feeling good, and then I started putting some weight back on, and something just did not feel right. I changed jobs, stopped working where I was at with the chemical and everything. One day I went into work. I was still in my probationary period.
Yeah.
And told them what was going on. I wasn't feeling good. And, after my shift, I was going to go to the hospital. They said, well, if you think you need to go now. I was like, well, there's one thing about that. I got to do what's best for me, and y'all got to do what's best for you. I got to go clock in because y'all can fire me if I go to the doctor.
Right.
So I went and clocked in. The supervisor stopped me. Said, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm fine. He said, well, I think you just need to sit down. So they got their EMS people, checked me out and everything. They drove me on down to the hospital. And they couldn't find nothing wrong with me. Checked for the enzymes for heart attack or stroke or any of that. Nothing.
Right.
And it was an old doctor. He was in there. He said, well, he said, everything seems to be fine. He said, I can't see nothing that's wrong with you. He said, but I'm going to try one more thing. He said, we're going to do an x-ray. So he did an x-ray and had me sit in the bed till he got back. He come back and said, anybody ever tell you your heart was enlarged? I said, one person. He said, who? I said, you, just now. And he didn't think that was too funny. Anyways, he told me, he said, well, you just need to sit your big butt down there and don't move. He said, your heart's enlarged. And they made me stay overnight. Next day, they shipped me down to Louisville here to the heart doctor and everything. I got in there, and they told me, so, well, we got a bunch of emergencies come in. We'll do it tomorrow.
Okay.
Well, that went on for about 4 days.
Oh.
And every day they come in and tell me that I was getting kind of irritated. Surgeon come in that last day, said, well, we're going to do it tomorrow. I said, yeah, you're going to do it tomorrow. I said, I know what y'all are doing. I said, you're waiting for my heart for the swelling to go down. I said, I've been in here 5 days. Said, I've never stayed overnight in the hospital. So we got to get this done so I can go home.
Right.
And they went ahead and did it the next day. I woke up from the surgery and everything. And I remember them trying to get me out of the bed. They tried 2 or 3 times. They finally said, well, we'll get you out of the bed. I was like, no, you're not going to do that.
Yeah.
And they said, well, we got to get you up and get you moving. I was like, well, that's fine, but I'll get up and I'll move when I'm ready. They said, you can't do it. I said, yeah, I can. So I sat there, I guess it's about another 45 minutes to hour. And I decided I was going to get up. So I got up, shuffled my way to the edge of the bed and stood up and shuffled over the chair. And the nurse was looking at me and she's like, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm fine. She said, how long do you think you can stand up? So I said, 10, 15 minutes at least. She said, there ain't no way. I said, well, let's see. So I stood there for about 30 minutes and I sat down. That was it for the day. I was done. That absolutely wore me out. And next day, they got me up and I started walking up and down the hallway. Day after that, I was walking around the unit. They were all real impressed. I just want to get the hell out of there. I'll be honest. I don't like hospitals. I know that now. But I got out. I returned to work.
Right.
And the only stipulation this place had for you to finish your probation, be a permanent hire and all this, was work 480 hours. And I'd worked, I think after the week I'd come back. It was a staggered work week, how they had it. But I was at like 420 hours, somewhere in there. The next week, on my days off, I received a letter telling me I was canned, not to come back. Wow. And their excuse was I hadn't finished the probationary requirements.
Right.
They had a union down there, and about 90% of the people that knew me just flew off the handle. They was like, it's because you didn't give them the time to finish it. And their rules is it doesn't matter how long it takes you to finish it, because some people get to work overtime, they can finish it sooner than others and all that. But
of course,
I know why they let me go. You know, I cost them $500,000. So
yeah.
I went back to the chemical plant I came from.
Hello, Ciro. Hello, Karen.
And
hello, Marcy.
Very good, and wanted me to come back, so I went back to work for them. And then this past year, well, actually last year, in it was May.
Right.
I started having breathing issues, so I left, went to the hospital, and it might have been March. Yeah, March. Anyways, I went to the hospital. They took me off work, and I was going to be off for a week. They were going to set up a right side and left side heart cath. I was supposed to go in, and the beer bug hit and shut everything down. So I kind of chilled out for about 7 months, couldn't go anywhere, do anything. Went back. They said I had severe CHF and pulmonary hypertension. And I wouldn't be going back to working at the chemical plant wearing a respirator for 12 hours a day. So
ooh.
I started selling stuff. I want to keep my house.
Hey, if y'all haven't subscribed to Austin here, Bourbon City, please do so. He lost a bunch of subscribers, and right before we went live, I asked him how many he's got back, and what'd you tell me, 2 or 4?
Let's see. I think it said.
How did you lose? You lost about 100.
Yeah, it was 98 overnight. It was ridiculous.
By switching names, is that the reason you think it happened? When you switch names?
That might have had something to do with it, but I'd had the name switch for probably about a week and a half, and then just one night, just poof. I've been told they had some kind of glitch on YouTube, and lots of people had problems doing that. I have no idea.
Hi, Gwendolyn. Welcome. I mean, I've lost 10 in one day and been devastated. I lost 2 today. So, you know, you just don't know how this thing works.
Yeah, guys, I cannot imagine waking up one day. You know how hard it is when you do YouTube? Like, you get subs and you're happy because, you know, people are watching all the work you put into it. Then all of a sudden, 100 people are gone overnight. Like, we get freaked out if, like, we lose 10, you know? I'm just like, so we said, you don't have to come on and, like, we'll make sure people know your channel and can resub to you. Have everyone check, because you just never know who is not sub now.
Well, that's cool, and I appreciate it, but I've had a lot worse things happen to me in my life than that. So,
Yeah.
Keith said, I've been sub for a bit. Austin, you're a very good guy, very active on others' chats and videos. Keep plugging away.
I will. I need to actually start doing more videos, and I will once I get things figured out. I keep trying to do it on my phone,
Right.
and have some kind of storage issue with it. And I went to who Prison of Prophets. I was on his live the other night, and I made a comment about Dante. I'd made a comment about Meat Mountain. They were talking about eating places. So, you need to go to Arby's and get a Meat Mountain sandwich. He said, well, see, now people just making stuff up. I was like, no. So I did a video. I went and bought a Meat Mountain sandwich today up at the Arby's. It was delicious.
I can't have the bread right now. I'm back on keto, so I can't have no bread. But I made a bunch of pork chops last night, and I'm just kind of dibbling on those every night with some cottage cheese and some vegetables and trying to stick to this thing again.
Well, that was my treat. You could take the buns off, I guess. It'd be just as good. But it's a messy thing. It's got every meat they got on it, and it's a good sized sandwich.
Chuck's getting ready to be on with Keith here in a few minutes. I'll have to go watch afterwards, Keith and Chuck, because I am live with Angie.
What's that? Is that the 8 at 8?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
So we'll have to catch it afterwards.
Yep, we definitely will.
But Kittenville said he just subbed to you, Austin, and anybody else that hadn't subbed to him, Angie or myself, please do so. Again, I've lost 2, and I saw Carol said she lost 2 today. So Butterfly Hustles, anybody that's in here.
I lost 1 today.
Did you? 1? Yep. So like I said, I gave up worrying about it. I'm just going to make videos, and if people like them, they can subscribe and like, and if not, you don't. I mean, either way, I'm going to make them for a while and just kind of play the game.
Well, that's all you can do, really. I mean, it is what it is. Some people I've noticed take off overnight, and some people just keep plugging away at it and eventually get it. I mean, Sarcastic Storage Stacker.
Right.
I've been watching him for a long time. He just slowly just keeps going and going and going, and he got there. You know, he got his 1,000 now. He's looking at 2, so. It can be done. It's not that important to me. I started doing it.
Mark actually may be at 2. I think he's over 2.
I think we need Chuck's luck or something here. He keeps winning these prizes. The pig of a husband of Marcy. He said it. I didn't. Oh, I like DQ. I like their chicken fried steak fingers.
Oh. Yeah, those are pretty good, especially with that country gravy.
Right.
You can't have the country gravy though.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. That's true.
When you get back from vacation.
I'm on keto and I lost 60 pounds last time in 6 months, and I can lose about 20, 25 in a month, but then it starts slowing down. So you got to do other things.
Well, I noticed the bigger you are, the quicker you lose it too. Because I was up over 400 pounds. I dropped a lot of weight real quick.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, I need to do it again. I've been playing with it. I need to get serious about it again.
Hello, Antiques from Karen, Janet. Welcome. There's a bunch of people subscribing to you right now, at least a few that I've seen. So hopefully your numbers will go up here now. So,
yeah, I do appreciate it, everybody. It's kind of nervous about doing this, but
we want to have people on too. I mean, we're all resellers in some way or form, and again, me and Angie, I know neither one of us do the storage units, and we want to ask those kind of questions. You know, is it worth it? Is it something we want to do? Hello, Miss Taffy. And
it can be. Recently, I spent close to, let's say, about $1,400 on units. Mm-hmm. And after going through them, 2 of them I know I'm going to make money on. The other one, I'll be lucky if I break even. I'm still going through stuff, so I might find something that I go, oh, okay, well, I'm going to make money now. But a lot of it's going to be real long tailed. I can tell that. Now, the tennis shoes, I got one unit. It was apparently a young guy that had plenty of money to just piss away, and he bought some really nice shoes. I got a set of
Hey, value resellers.
Jordan Pure Moneys.
Oh yeah, Jordan shoes, especially vintage. Oh yeah, they're money.
These here, like, I've seen them go from $200 to $300 for this one pair. So if I can sell them, I'll be sitting pretty.
That would be great. I had to steal my dog Squeaker because
I saw him behind you a minute ago.
He keeps squeaking, and I'm like, stop!
I thought I'd done run you off.
No, I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so loud. Now he's mad at me because I have his toy.
So, what percentage would you say of the units that you buy they make you money? If you buy 10 of them, how many of those come out profitable?
Well, depending on which ones I actually can win.
Yeah, I mean, of the ones you actually win.
Out of the ones I've actually won, I would say I've made profit on about 8 out of 10, maybe 9.
Okay. All right.
But I call myself a bottom feeder because I'm going against guys like Stacker. I don't know how much y'all know about him, but if he wants a unit, he's going to buy it. That's just honest.
Does he live far away from you?
No, he's only about 45 minutes. He's down in Louisville.
Oh, so yeah, you're going to have to compete against him in a bid. Yeah.
But I found some other places I can compete against other guys. I mean, me and him's friends. I like him. I've hung out with him. You know, he's a real good guy. But there's other guys we used to go to them things with, and you know, they're in the same situation. They're retired. They got plenty of money. If they want a unit, they're going to get it.
That's true. That's true.
I went that hoarder unit I bought. The doors was only cracked open 2 feet. You didn't know what you was getting. One guy that we used to go to units with, I was down there talking to another guy. He told me one individual bought 8 out of the 10 units.
Wow.
Each went for $4,500. So
Kenville wants to know if you have a booth.
Do I have a booth? Oh, no. I've been looking at doing that. I would probably set one up in E-Town or possibly Louisville. So it'd be about 45 minutes away, but the traffic they have is better than what we have out here where I'm at. Yeah.
Okay. Now I've lived in Houston, Phoenix, Dallas. That's traffic. I just can't picture Louisville being that much traffic.
Well, compared to Bardstown.
Oh.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a world of difference.
Yeah, I imagine. Hey, Angie, I'm going to drop her saying let the dogs out. Go ahead.
All right. Oh, Jennifer, your links are working again. I'm glad to hear that.
Well, thank you, Jennifer. I can kind of see that.
I know. Jennifer's so great.
Yeah,
I'm sure she loves to hear it, but after a while she's like, yeah, I'm great. Because we all say it. So have you had any really good sales lately?
Well, last night I had it was real late. It was probably about 3 a.m. before I went to bed. I had a belt buckle sale, and I bought it at the Goodwill about a year ago, 99 cents. Bought 2 of them.
Right.
So it was on 15% off, but I got 15 out of it. Then about 30 minutes after I woke up this morning, one of the baby pair of Jordans I sold or had, it was I think they call them the flu game. They were black and red. They were itty bitty little shoes, just teeny tiny, and they sold for $65 plus shipping.
For little baby shoes.
Little baby shoes, yeah.
I've been seeing that from a lot of people. Definitely pick up Nikes and stuff for little kids, and I would have always passed those up. What about you guys? I mean, are you picking up little kid shoes? Now I look because, you know, I've heard they do so well, but before that, forget it. I would have just walked right by that.
Well, if it had Nike on it and it was a shoe, I'd always pick it up if it was cheap enough. But if the shoe's in real bad condition, if I'm at a Goodwill, it stays. If it's just horrible, it stays. So.
Right, yeah.
Janet says, you don't have to compete with me. I don't want a unit. I broke up with a storage unit place, went straight to the bar after I turned the keys and did a shot of tequila.
Well, I've cleaned out a couple that made me want to do that myself.
I bet.
Well, Keith, you live in Houston. I know that traffic's bad.
Right, Gwendolyn? Jeez.
Oh, Angie?
I would have never even thought to look them up to see that they were worth $65.
Oh, I just sold those Transformer sandals for $65.
Yeah, exactly. See, I'm so glad we like talk to each other about stuff, because that's items right there I never would have even looked at.
Well, that's like that one pair I sold this morning. I didn't know it, but they were a little pair Jordans, but they were rare. I don't know, because kids mess them up, or when they was made, there's just not that many left. I don't understand. Don't care. They bought them.
Yeah,
there's lots of people who got tons of money to buy whatever.
Yep, they ship first class too.
Yes, they do. But and they paid for them. They paid for the shipping on them. I love it. It's great. And then I guess it's about 5:30. I had a pair of Jordans out of that one rich kid's unit. They were they're suede blue, and they were called Sons of Mars is what they're called. I think it had to do something with him being in that Space Jam movie. I think it had some reference to that.
Oh, Michael.
Right.
Yeah, but
hey, NGA Flipper. Sub sailors are in here.
At 11:30 today, and by 5 they've been sold. So
wow.
Yeah, that was another $70, $60 there. So that's kind of nice.
Well, your day's better than mine. I had a fantastic day yesterday, but today is not near as good.
Well, the messed up thing was I got charged from eBay for a shipment I shipped out. The first of the month, it went overseas, and they didn't charge me for my shipping at the time, but they charged me today on it, which was real nice of them.
I had something weird happen today. I had a pair of shoes that I sold. They were size 6. Now, I wear an 8.5, and they were way, way too small. Like, for sure, they were a size 6. And the person got them and said they were returning them because they were entirely too big to be a size 6, probably a 7. And then she said, no, I think maybe it's actually a 9. I'm like, a 7? Oh, now it's a 9? Because it's 6 upside down. It's actually a 9. And I'm like, what in the world? But eBay gave them their money back. They didn't have to ship them. They just gave them their money back. I'm like, what the heck's that about?
Oh, no.
So I have to now I have to go through an appeal process or whatever. But obviously there was some kind of glitch in their system. I don't have, they should have at least have to return them to me. I'm like,
yeah, that's not
right. I was upset about that.
I got a note. My daughter had to take my granddaughter, my granddaughter Everly has 103 fever, so they're at the ER. So I'm getting messages here every couple of minutes. So,
well, if you need to go, at any time.
you can't go. So, but she's there, and they've got her down to 102, so she's going down. It's just
good.
Everybody's got that bug here off and on, and whatever. She's caught a fever too. So, when your child gets or your grandkid gets it, and it's 103, you get a little worried. So,
yeah.
For sure. Okay, North Georgia Flipper, I feel terrible, but I cannot remember for my life your first name. So please tell us, because I feel so bad about that. Mike, where have you been, Mike? Seriously. Bobby and I have talked about you a couple times. Like, where the heck's this guy been? I know you've been busy, working your photo magic, but it's good to see you.
I sent him a message the other day and said, man, I miss your videos.
Yeah.
All right. I guess y'all can see those messages better than I can on there. I'm trying to read them on the little phone.
Yeah. On your phone, it makes it hard. I'm on the computer.
I'm trying to highlight them as they put them up so everybody can see what's being said, even though some of them can see the chat. Depends on what you're on as to what you can see.
Yeah.
So, but Mike, good to have you here, man. We've missed you. Did you want? He's not far from you, is he, Mike? East Kentucky picker.
Well, I don't know exactly where he's at. I haven't really seen him. I'm gonna have to subscribe.
He's in Eastern Tennessee.
Eastern. Not well. He wouldn't be too far. I wouldn't think. A few hours.
Mike, what town are you in Kentucky? I forgot.
I think I spoke to him once before. I can't remember.
He used to have. Like 9-hour lives and stuff, and we were like,
Ooh.
man, how do you? We go live 3 hours when we're out. He does 9-hour lives.
Yeah, that's better than I am.
Kentucky.
Where at?
What do you say? Sandy Hook, Kentucky.
Marcy, you can't post links either?
Yeah, I think he's. I don't want to lie. I figured he's probably about 2 hours away.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Oh, Mike, you got a lot of new subs?
Send
Are
me.
you on someone's channel or something?
Let me check him. Everly told they did her temperature, and she kept screaming at the nurse. Now remember, she's 3. She kept saying, "I want to go to Papa's house."
My ex-wife and kids are supposed to be coming back out here, and I'll get to play with my little grandson. Then I'm gonna love that.
Oh, that's nice. How old is your grandson?
Oh, he's a little over 2 years old now. He's getting to be fun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When they get to be 2, 3, they're a blast.
Yeah, and he'll go do units and stuff with me. He's gonna have fun. In fact, I love toys, and anytime I get a cheap toy unit, it's on, and
right.
I got a pile of stuff just waiting on that kid when he gets here. His mama's gonna hate me.
I think she likes to come to my house because I have a huge backyard, and she loves to play outside, and she doesn't want to come back in when she gets out there. So I think that's the big thing. And I keep candy jars everywhere, even though I can't have them. So
yeah,
she loves them. So
yeah.
he's in Bardstown, Kentucky, Mike.
Mike, how many subs did you get? And that's awesome. Lonnie is so great, and he does genuinely try to help a lot of new YouTubers.
He's the one that blew up Tesla Picker.
Oh, really?
Tesla had less than I did, and within a day and a half, he was over 1,000.
Wow.
Yeah,
Lonnie shouted me out a couple times, but not like to that level. He shouted out him like he was his brother, and I mean, he went up.
Wow.
Tesla's a very good YouTuber. He knows a lot of. Yes, I got a lot of Star Wars still there, Gwendolyn, in my store, and I know you know the way to that store. Hey, Gino.
Hey, Gino.
Lonnie is the first person I watched on YouTube reselling. I'd say him, Cincinnati Picker, and Rally Roots were probably the first 3 that I really tuned into.
Oh,
and now I tend to watch a lot of the smaller channels more than I do the bigger channels, although I still watch them, but not as much. I really haven't been putting a lot of effort into YouTube here lately, either doing videos or watching. It's just I'm trying to focus on the sales, and yard sale season makes it harder, and I'm going to start using my GoPro. I just figured that thing out yesterday, so I'm going to start filming yard sales. But he got about 100 in an hour. Wow.
Well, that's something I'm not good at. I'm not good at the interwebs. I've done figured that out.
Yeah, I'm not a big tech guy either, as most people know. But man, 100 subs in an hour. I don't know. I got lost 2 today.
Wow.
Maybe somebody took their 2 and gave them to you.
That would get me over 1,000.
Awesome.
I'm really happy for you, Mike.
Hey, maybe Mike can give me Bonnie's personal number. Let me just check mine, and I'll tell you. Probably.
Well, Angie, if you're going to buy a unit, what I would say is just try and get you a small one that looks kind of nice and neat.
Yeah.
Don't do crap like I do.
Well, I don't want to start with like a 15 by 20 unit, like some super big unit. So I think 10 by 10 would be the biggest that I'd go for. And I haven't like chanced it yet. I've been trying to do my research and like wait for the right one. And I don't want to also, a lot of ours are kind of a little bit out of the way, and I would rather have one in Pensacola rather than one of the surrounding cities, so I don't have to like go multiple, drive multiple times farther away.
Yeah, when Lonnie bought that $14,000 of makeup, I would love to hear him tell us how much he's made off of it, because he's sold a bunch of it, but I'd like to know where he is in his profit off that, if he's in profit yet or if he's still,
That's a lot of makeup.
That's a lot of makeup. He bought everything in that store.
Man.
I know he said he wished he had bought more of the jeans, because he made a lot of the jeans, yeah. But they were all brand new. So
Thrill of the Thrift gave Gino a shout out, and he got 75 subs in an hour.
NGA out of Lonnie's Facebook group.
Angie, down there in Pensacola, you might have enough of the storage facilities that you can actually get really small units, because there's a place up here, it's not in Louisville, I've been going to, and they have 3 by 5. They're like half, they're just kind of like a little tiny locker like in high school or something.
Yeah, we have, I think the smallest I've seen so far is like a 4 by 6, but it's tiny,
Yeah.
It's just like a little closet, basically.
I have seen some people buy those and do really well on them. If stuff's boxed up, you can't never tell. It's always just
right,
like playing a lotto.
Like I have been looking at all the pictures, and I see ones where everything is in garbage bags, and I'm like, that's probably a bad omen if they're all in garbage bags.
Well, that rich kids unit I bought over that new facility, I really like it because it's a brand new facility. They have no outdoor units. It's all temperature controlled. So right there, the units are going to cost more for the people to rent, and the quality of the stuff they're going to have is usually better.
Oh, that makes sense.
I paid $400 for it, but I probably got $2,000 worth of shoes here. So it was, but they were in trash bags.
NGA Flipper's asking, where do y'all find storage lockers? Would you tell them the websites that you go to?
Well, the main website I use is storagetreasures.com. I really, really like them. There's been a couple others I looked at. I think it's called N13 or something like that. I've never bought from them. What you can do is just go on Google and put in storage unit auction sites, and they'll come up. I think that Storage Treasure is probably the best one there is, and the most used, the most reputable one.
The first place I found was storageauctions.com, and I was like, well, this is kind of disappointing because there was really only like 2 or 3 at any given time. And then I found Storage Treasures, and I think right now we have 4 pages of auctions. So there's like at least 50 auctions running right now. So it's pretty good.
So right now here we have 112 auctions in the 150-mile radius going, and I think we got 4 sheets of them we can look through. I probably got 4 I bid on. Then the biggest storage facility that uses them is Public Storage here, and they'll have a bunch more come out next week too. Then it'll be kind of dry for about 2 weeks with 15 or 20 units. But that just gives you time to save up, sort through everything, and go again. So,
hey Tommy. What do they delete of? Who's deleting stuff of people's?
Google is automatically deleting links people are putting in. That
Oh,
happens sometimes. I don't know why.
somebody told me today that they watched one of my videos from about 4 days ago, and the commercial ran before my video.
I've had a couple commercials on mine too.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
it's
I
just
knew that was coming, but I'm not monetized yet.
nope. They said that they're going to start doing that. So just YouTube gets the money until, not that it's like a lot, but they get the advertising income.
It was just a goal for me. It's not about the money. It was just a goal.
Yeah.
You got to set goals in life. That was my goal. But I'm going backwards, so it ain't gonna matter.
No, that's not true.
Maybe I can get monetized by going backwards the fastest.
I'll let you know if I find out.
Yeah, losing 100 is pretty devastating, I would say. But again, it's all the algorithms. It's just so hard to figure
Chuck
it out.
had an ad on his. That's awesome. I mean, it's just cool because that obviously I would think that YouTube sees at least some value in what you're putting out there, that they have an ad that matches what you're talking about.
I guess mine would have to be the Jeff Dunham show.
There you go. Maybe.
Did I show you that?
I kill you
by a 4x8 at most. Gino, that's exactly what I was planning on doing. Trying to buy a small unit and just kind of, testing it out. Where if I spend 100 or whatever, $150, if I lose there's nothing in there, then okay, I've learned my lesson. I've lost money on doing pallets when I buy wholesale, so it's just one of those gambles you do, but you never know where paying out.
That's why I would rather pick individually. It's harder work, but buying the unknown is just it's the unknown, and I don't want to have to deal with all this stuff. Tommy put out a comment. Google is really cracking down on spam and sub for sub.
Yeah.
They took the 3 dots away as a warning. Who knows what they'll do next?
That's true.
Yeah.
I remember when you could just click on someone's name and go right to their channel. It was so easy. That was like, I think, last year.
I know in some of the Facebook groups, they don't let you promote your link to your video either. And I've had one removed from one of the channels or one of the Facebook groups.
Well, now, you was talking about picking stuff individually like that.
Like yard sales and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, see, if I go do that, then I got to compete with Tesla Picker and a couple people like that down there. He's good.
But and he's still learning. I mean, he wasn't a great picker when he started. He's a fantastic videographer and YouTuber. Yeah, but he learned a lot pretty quickly. I'll have to admit, he's a good picker now. He's learning quickly, and Dave's still part-time doing this thing. Yeah, but I don't just. I mean, I look at stuff that other people don't think about looking at. I mean, obviously, ball caps is one of the things I make a lot of money on. But the plush now is becoming more popular, and I'm still looking at that stuff. Last weekend I was at yard sales. People are looking for, obviously, video games go quick because all the early people, resellers, are getting them. Yeah. So looking for other things that they're not even thinking about. And when I grabbed the little plush, actually Karen pointed it out, the Freddy's, I sold it for $28 to Germany today, and I paid 50 cents for it. So the little things like that are the things that you need to get, not in your mind of grabbing the stuff is high dollar, like Carhartt jackets or, high-end jackets or clothing. I'm looking for the little piddly stuff that people are like 50 cents a dollar, and I know it's worth $30 or $40 by itself.
Now, if you go look at my store sometime, Bobby, I have that. It's not the same color as that candle you had, but it's that Freddy's 5 Nights or whatever.
Yeah, you need to put it on eBay then.
Well, it's on there. It's been on there probably 6 months.
How much have you listed for?
I think I got it down to like $15 or something. I just want it out of the way. I mean, for what I gave for it, I could almost give it away. Right. I just want it gone. I got a house full.
I mean, some of the plush I've sold, it's just, I made more money off ball caps last year than anything else, but second was plush, third was video games.
Wow.
So, there's a lot of money. I mean, and it's also, you're looking at the cost of goods versus the sale price and the profit. I'm making more off caps and plush than I am off video games, because it's not always high end video games. If you buy a bundle deal, some of it's going to be worth $5-6, and some of it's going to be worth $50 or more. So the one I picked up last Friday, I'm almost got my money back, and I've sold 2 games out of that bundle, and I ain't even listed the consoles or anything else yet. I mean, I'm going to make probably $1,500 off that. I did not realize it was that valuable.
Wow.
Man.
Gwendolyn, I do that same thing where I, if things are stale, I will end and sell similar. And it's amazing to me sometimes when I do that, that items that have been sitting on there forever will sell all of a sudden.
Really?
So this definitely works. Yeah. It just puts you at the top of eBay's algorithm again with like a new, as if it's brand new. So it gets new traffic that it hasn't had in months.
Well, one of the big problems I have is I find a lot of unique and weird stuff. I'm going to sell it.
Me too. I love unique and weird. That's the best thing to buy.
Yeah, the stuff you can find on eBay at all. I mean, when I listed that dang Yeti 1964 toy, I saw it on Google search, but there was none on eBay. And when it's, I had people on Instagram comment, I wouldn't have paid $300 for that. The person that got it left me feedback, and they were tickled to get it for $329.
Yeah, that's high-end collectible toy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one there. If I'd had the money, I'd have bought it.
Yeah. Plush can have like really, some things go super, super high. But for me, plush is pretty well consistent with income, because you get it. Where else can you buy stuff consistently for 25 cents and 50 cents and sell it for $15 or $20 or more? Bobby has had all kinds that have sold super high. I had a plush that sold for $70 in 24 hours. So it's just crazy not, to pass it up. And people just in my area, they just don't even look at plush.
And that's what I'm saying is you don't have to hurry to that little area to look at it.
Nope.
Look at the stuff that is good, like video games and things that are high end, but then work your way over there, and you ain't got no competition, and take your time and grab the best stuff.
Yeah.
The theme stuff.
Absolutely.
Mario's and Sonic's and all that stuff is huge. Plants vs. Zombies has a lot of value still.
I know.
It's crazy.
Why is that all of a sudden?
And I don't know what they all look like, because there's different, like that candle I wouldn't even have looked at that thing. Karen picked it up and looked at it and went, "Hey, Bobby, this says Five Nights at Freddy's." And I went, 5 nights? How much is it? 50 cents. Okay. And I had no clue. And then I comped it and saw that it sold for like $28. And I sold it for $28. So
that's crazy.
It's
Have
just,
you noticed?
and somebody wanted to go to Germany and paid that much money to get it there.
Yeah. Well, that's like the doll I sold, that Monster High doll, 28 chip. Oh, she was the booger to package too. I run out in USB tube things. I had to make my own. Woo.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I ended up taking a cooler I had, styrofoam cooler, and I just took a great big Walmart box, split down the end, folded over in a triangle. I stuffed her in there where she's nice and tight, and then I just cut out 2 triangles on the bottom because it's super light, and it would reinforce the box because it's solid. So
yeah, I noticed that the bigger Monster High dolls, when I was doing the research, the bigger ones, like the 28s or whatever they are, 28-inch, those are really valuable. I mean, hundreds of dollars.
Really?
The ones I got were the used like 11 or 12-inch ones. But when I got through comping the 7 that I picked up for $20, it's probably 150 worth of Monster High dolls, and I have sold them before.
Wow.
But the bigger ones, the 28-inch ones, they're huge money. So if you see those, you definitely grab those.
I could have probably held out and got more money for it, but if I got something I can go ahead and sell real quick, that doll didn't cost me nothing.
Hey, Eddie.
I just sent it out the door, They're happy. I'm happy. And
exactly.
the bank will be happy when I make the car payment tomorrow. So.
You're not going to help Angie get rid of the Beetle and get another car?
You gonna let me have the Beetle?
I can't let you. That's my daughter's. I think she'll say $6,000.
I'll just make the car payment.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? My daughter's looking for another car, and again, she's going to pay cash for it. And even though she has this Beetle, she's not going to trade it in. She's going to wait, and sell it outright. So proud of her. 20 years old, going to buy her second car with cash.
Yeah, and that's the way she's smart. And if she'll go through life paying cash and not buying new cars, that's smart, because staying out of debt is a big thing.
One of the big things for me, Dave Ramsey says, is you break the cycle when you get debt free. And it's true. I've passed it on to my kids, and I hear them. I'm going to tell you, the most proud thing you could see is when I hear my kids telling their friends, "Oh no, don't get it. Why don't put that on your credit card? You need to pay cash for everything and save." And I'm like, that is so great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gwendolyn and the Monster High dolls, they do. The two of them are the same. They're like Katarina or some Katarana or Catalara. But you have to, I Google them if I don't know who they are, and Google their picture, and then it tells me who they are. But even there's variances in each doll of the same type. And so you really have to do the research. And like I said, it's some work to find out, but they are valuable things to pick up. Thank you, Carol.
I've kind of noticed on a lot of that stuff, it goes through spurts. I mean, not just, the time of year and stuff, but just everybody going crazy over it, like Garfield and just weird little things like that.
Yeah, Lonnie's last video, he said something about the cards, and because there's so many people sending their cards in to be graded, he thinks that the market's going to get flooded with graded cards. This is his opinion. And that the market months down the road is probably going to fall out on these cards. But right now, cards are hot, especially if they're graded or if they're sealed boxes. Individual cards I wouldn't touch, but the other stuff is worth some money.
Like the ones I got, I got a personal collection. I'd like to have them graded, but such a long wait and costs so much to have it done.
Well, I heard PSA on hold because I watched Chase out.
I heard that too.
And unless you pay big money to get it pushed ahead of everybody else,
that's not happening.
Faith has a new in-box Monster High collection. Why have you not done a video on that?
Yeah.
Gosh. Do that immediately. We want to see that.
Faith, are they the smaller ones or the 28-inch ones? Because those are really valuable right now. I mean, we're talking $300-$400. So if you see those out there, you better grab them. And I'm starting really to transition to toys.
I have to tell you,
I'm starting more and more.
Those socks I got off you, they fit great. I'm only keeping 2 pair. My daughter gets the others.
Oh my! I'm so embarrassed about that. You know what this is about, Bobby?
Huh?
Do you know what we're talking about?
You sent him some socks.
Okay.
Yeah,
I sent socks.
Mm-hmm.
But they were shooting out rainbows out of his butt.
Yeah, you mentioned it last week. Are you wearing them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. With shorts on?
Gosh.
No.
Oh.
Chandra, hey.
I don't wear shorts.
Did you get good money for those, Faith? I wonder if you got good money for those 28-inch ones. I bet you did.
I'm sure.
They did match my cup, though.
Gino's Monster High got expelled from school. I bet that wasn't worth much. Hey, Chandra.
Just saw.
It's in my wallet.
Oh, great. Thanks, Lissa. Angie's farting unicorns. They were farting unicorn socks. I felt so bad when I was looking on Instagram and I'm like, scrolling, reading, and I scroll past and I'm like back down like, oh no.
I'm bad.
You didn't know they had it until you looked at them later.
Until he posted a video.
Oh.
That's how I knew. He was like, these two for my daughter, but these, I'll be keeping these.
They match my cup.
He has a cup with the same thing. Thank goodness you saw the.
Yeah, right here. Yeah. The handle.
It was meant to be.
Yeah, my daughter for my birthday got me something that was political, and it was well, I ain't even going to show it or talk about it because there's people that like both sides, so I better leave that alone. But I was like, really? That's what you got me for my birthday?
Well, I didn't personally pick this out, but I like it. So people look at me and they're like, no, not really. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, seriously, I can't wait to see that video, so I hope you do it soon.
It would be neat to see.
You might do it tomorrow.
Yeah, that would. I mean, to find it, to have it all new in the box is awesome.
Yeah.
You're right. Thanks, Brian. Oh,
Angie don't have Skittles.
yes. Think about it. Sold them in 2019. Nice.
Yeah, and again, I mean, it's like the video games. I was looking up some sports games the other day, and then I accidentally saw that other sports games of the same type, but just with a different name, were worth a ton of money. And I'm thinking, normally I don't even look at the sports video games. So you really need to comp, and I can't say that enough. Comp, because you just
right.
The cost of goods is really low. You take a chance because you got nothing in it. I don't find Mercedes bags and stuff. So,
well, in the right places.
My best sale ever was Linux Jewel Collection and a hockey jersey out of the bins, and the hockey jersey sold for $170.
Nice.
That was my best ever out of the bins.
I think the Mercedes bag was the best thing I ever got out of the bins.
Well, those seatbelt purses were pretty good.
Huh?
Those seatbelt purses were pretty good.
Well, you know what? Together, they made more money than the Mercedes bag. But individual item, $425. So,
right.
Still all very awesome.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, I hate to do this, y'all, but I'm going to have to run. I got to get off. So
we
appreciate it, though. It's been fun.
Yeah.
Guys, make sure you subscribe. Go check him out. Check out his channel. And
let me know how many you gained.
I don't know. I can let y'all know tomorrow in the morning, or I can go check here in a little bit.
How many did you have before you came on?
220.
220? Okay, well, hopefully you got some.
Yeah. If so, that's great.
It was great seeing you in person, and we appreciate you coming in.
Well, it was good seeing y'all. I really enjoyed it. I kind of scooped it up, but I enjoyed it.
Oh, we're just not a big.
You didn't. You did fine.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. We'll see you later, Austin.
All right. Y'all have a good night. Take care.
Bye. Well, we always try to have like new people in, and so if any of you ever want to come on and like talk about your channel and stuff, let us know. We definitely love to have new people on, and you can tell everyone about your channel and your reselling history and things like that.
Right. Hey, Gino, can you not do like a 3-way so we can hear the conversation too? But yeah, like you said, it's nice to get people in here that so we can learn from them, because like in his case, he does storage units and neither one of us do that. So we've had people on that do different things than we do, and we all kind of learn, and that's what this is about. It's not about us just chatting.
Well, we like to chat too.
I know. That's what we do.
Well, not gonna lie, we have our Wednesday, hangout where.
So what do you got going the rest of the week?
Who, me?
Yeah, with lives.
I have Saturday with Emily Conway and lives. That's it this week. I don't know of anything coming up. I will have.
Gina wants to come on next week.
Oh, good. Well, we would love to have Gino on anytime he'd like to come. And Gino, it'll be on my channel next week. So that will be fun.
Gino, if me and Angie aren't to 1,000, so you got a lot of work to do.
I bought a storage unit for $375 and made $5,000.
Right. Now I got to know what was in it.
Yeah, we want to hear all about that.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I guess with my internet, I can't go live, so it'll take me years to get 4,000 hours. That stinks. I hate that for you because you have so much information and it literally is your internet. There's nothing you can do.
Hey, don't feel bad. I've got good internet and I'm not 1,000, so there you go. I guess it might. Oh, okay, I read that. Hey, Baldy Pal Pickin'. How are you? I've been seeing his posts on Instagram where he shows his packages and how much profit and how much he had in it.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Handmade Seminole Indian dresses. What? Wow. Now I want to know where you flipped those at, Gino.
Yeah,
Did you put those on eBay?
Right? Seminole tribes from Florida, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Do they still do powwows and stuff there in Florida like they do here in Oklahoma? Okay.
Yep.
I mean, Oklahoma's got a lot of Native Americans, so they do a lot of powwows that different tribes do.
Mm-hmm. Lori, have a great night.
Oh, he sold them back to the Native.
Oh, you did?
Wow.
That's interesting.
I heard a story here about a year ago here locally. Somebody somehow through a divorce of Barry Switzer, which was a coach of OU,
right,
a long time, bought a unit and it was full of collectibles, not only from the college ranks but from him in the NFL with the Dallas Cowboys. They won a Super Bowl, and he got the unit. A lot of it was autographed and game worn type stuff, and the guy got it and started listing it on eBay, and I guess Barry got wind of it and stopped the guy from doing it, and made a private, like, I want to buy this whole unit from you. You don't sell it anymore. And I don't know what the number was, but somebody said, well, what would you have asked for that? About $5,000? I was like, are you kidding me? If that stuff's worth $100,000, he's going to pay me good for it. Yeah, I don't care. He's a Sooner coach. I'm a Longhorn. He's paying.
To use them for traditional dance, yeah.
Yeah.
We've gone to more than one of like the traditional powwows, like one with the homeschool group and one with Girl Scouts over the years, so kind of interesting, but that would have been an amazing find.
Yeah. Yeah, they have them. We have them all over because the different tribes have different reservations in different parts of Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah.
Kiowa, Cherokee, all the different Sac and Fox, all those. And
Sac and Fox?
Yeah, that's another. There's one of the Chickasaws are one of the biggest, and they have a ton of casinos and then other businesses that they've started in Ada, down where Blake Shelton's from. In that area, there's a huge amount of Chickasha businesses, or as I say Chickasaw.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to do a video saying you're coming on the channel? Yay! That would be great, Gino. Of course you are. Well, you can come on anytime. We'll have to kick Bobby off. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
Comanche, yes, dude, yes. Yep. Caddo, all that stuff. There's a bunch of them here.
Authentic vintage, all other moccasins sell for crazy money. Really? All right, Carol, I'm going to look that up right now.
Yeah, she lives in Arizona. We're the only state that has more Native Americans than Oklahoma. And mainly because of the Navajo tribe is huge. And then the Apache tribe's pretty good size, too. They brought Geronimo here to Oklahoma, to Fort Sill, when they captured him in Arizona. And he's buried.
Oh, yeah. Some of these moccasins are really high. That's crazy. And tonight, Gino, I think, there's less people in here because there are so many lives. So many lives today. Like more than I think I've ever seen in an evening with big people on.
Start an eBay game. I got 300 boppy pillowcases. What is a boppy pillow?
Oh, that's like, where was that?
Where?
Oh, Brian had 300 boppy pillowcase. Boppy is it's like a U-shaped pillow that babies sit up in so they don't fall all over. And they're the covers that go around them.
Okay.
So that's a great pickup. What did you pick that up for?
Oh wow, 7.
Yeah,
lives.
right now I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 that are just in. That's people I follow. So
hey, go out, everybody! Go out and go into each live, pick a live, and go in it and tell them to come over here. We're having fun. I'm kidding.
No, do not do that.
Hey, get out of this boring chat. Let's go.
Oh my gosh. No, I would never try to like take anyone else from anyone's lives. I'm usually watching slots, but I will watch the replay.
Yeah, I lived in New York. It was Mohawks. That was a big tribe there. Watching slots.
Like slot machines. I'm so confused by what that means.
Casino? Oh. That was fun. Better be. Oh, don't feel embarrassed there, Austin.
What? You did just fine. Listen, when you first go live, everyone is nervous. Every single person. And you feel awkward as heck because you're like, do I know what to say? Do I sound stupid? What will people think about how I look, how my hair looks, how my, whatever. And no one cares. Just as long as you're yourself and, and everyone just wants to get to know other people, other resellers. So you did great. And we appreciate you coming on.
Yeah. I told you, we're going to make you feel comfortable. And lots of people here know who you are. And you just need to get where they know, everybody knows who you are by face.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Slots playing live at the casino.
See, everybody's saying.
Wow. I wished I was there, Gwendolyn. I like playing the slots. Money bags and lucky ducks. And I don't know if they have that in Minnesota, but
Lucky Ducks?
Yeah, that's one of the games I like. I play $1 and $5 slots, so and I haven't been in a while because you're making this money and it's kind of hard to let it go when even though I do have won a lot of jackpots, it's still, there's times when you lose and you go, man, I just made that in 3 days last week. Now I just gave it away in an hour.
Right. So. Beaumont Picker, hey there, welcome. They come for the beard. That's right.
Hello.
I was wearing a beard last week on Backroad Bitter Chuck's channel.
I know. Beaumont Picker, I believe he's in Beaumont, California. I used to live in Beaumont, Texas. Beaumont's out by Fontana, between Fontana and Palm Springs, I believe. I used to go to Fontana a lot. They come for the beard. Yeah, it seems like all of us have beards.
Speak for yourself.
Well, you had one last week.
I did have one last week.
It took you a while to shave, too.
That was so fun, though, because they did not expect it at all. So, let's see. What else is going on today? I feel like I'm really out of sorts today.
This has just been a weird day.
I said I went, car shopping with my daughter, which was bad. And then this morning we organized my office and kind of put everything in categories to make it easy for listing. So like all my media and books is currently out, so I can do all those first. And I took I had like 2 giant garbage bags full of plush that I haven't listed yet. I'm like, I have to get it out of here because I can't even move with so much plush everywhere.
Hey, Bama picking and grinning, welcome in. Lissa, Angela is sexy in a kind of tractor kind of pull away. Okay.
That was my my beardo name, Angelo.
I have looked at Goodwill auctions, Gwendolyn, but a lot of it, when I look at like video games and stuff, it's going pretty high.
Yeah.
And I did go to Goodwill today on Old Man Discount Day, and I walked out of there with 2 T-shirts, and that was it. So I didn't.
Brian, have a great night.
Didn't find much.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
See you later, buddy.
Goodwill auctions, they used to be a little bit better, but everyone, it seems like a lot of people have been showing those on YouTube channels, and so there's a lot of competition for that.
Yeah, like I said, I would rather not buy lots unseen. I want to go pick the stuff myself, and I like to do bundle deals. That's my favorite thing to do at yard sales. Hey, I'll buy it all, one money, just like those Monster High dolls last week. She wanted 5 a piece. I got them for 20. There were 7 of them, and I said, hey, you're gonna get them all out of here at once. You ain't gonna sell them one at a time. Have some left over. Let me just get them all right now, and that's what they did. So.
Awesome.
See, we don't have vet discount day here in GA. We just have old man discount day.
They aren't doing any of that at our Goodwill.
Really?
They've taken away every discount, every used to be you could get the last price close for $1.50 on Sunday. Not doing anything.
Now, are they putting tags on yours now at your Goodwills?
I don't go a whole lot to the regular Goodwill, but the last time I was in there, no, they were not many. Not many. Yeah, they have racks like up front of like 2 racks of stuff that they put the price tags on, but not besides that.
Yeah, we have a couple now that are starting to actually put paper tags on them and price individually, and then the others still are using the little colored tags. I mean, they still have color day where they have discounts, but
yeah. Sorry guys, I can't see the chat. Sometimes at night my eyes get worse, so I have to put my nerd glasses on in order to be able to see everything.
The other day when I left to go to that Amazon return place at 6 a.m. or at 5:30 a.m., I realized I'm having a hard time at night driving or in the dark driving and seeing, especially those street lights.
Thursdays are 25% off for vets.
Yeah, see, ours is only 15% for old man discount day.
Faith, what kind of stuff or Tanya, what kind of stuff has your husband been buying for you to, and where is he buying it from for you to list?
And I'm disgusted with Goodwill too. Their prices have gotten crazy.
No, Goodwill has bags like crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, ours still put stuff in plastic bags. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we still have those. When I last time I went down to my home in Austin, Texas, Austin had a no plastic bag mandate. So no matter what thrift store you went in, you better have something to carry them in because they didn't supply bags anymore. And that includes grocery stores. Now, I don't know if that's changed, if they've taken that back out again or not, but they were, it's a recycling, issue. But first time I went down there, I was like, can I get that stuff in a bag? We don't provide bags. You have to provide your own bag. And that was before I carried IKEA bags. I was like, really?
Okay. The IKEA bags are literally the best investment, guys. If you don't own IKEA bags, go order them. They are not expensive at all. And I use them for everything. It's perfect for when you put packages out for the mailman. It's great for your death piles of inventory. It's great for after you list stuff before you put it away. I use my IKEA bags every single day for 5 or 6 different things.
When I go to yard sales, I go, you need a bag for that? No, I got my IKEA bag in the trunk.
Yeah.
Get it.
Swamp Picker, hey there.
Hey, buddy. Hey, Swamp Picker and Heidi is here.
Hey girl. Oh. Our worker just told me that they are forced to send off any item that has any apparent value to their online sales.
Yeah, I see that a lot now. Yeah. Yeah, today I went in and they had 2 video games, and I asked the girl that I normally deal with, and she will go back in the back and look. And she said, no, we don't have any right now. So.
Japanese animation videos. That's kind of cool.
If they do have them, they mark them up like crazy. So.
Yeah.
Goodwill, I'm very frustrated. I don't go in there more than once a week now. But it's also yard sale season time, and I don't need to. I mean, this is the best time of the year.
I mean, yard sales are so great. You just never know what you're going to find. I mean, there's a lot of times People think their stuff is made of gold. You know, you're going to run into that. But sometimes you get the sales where people are just giving their stuff away.
Oh, the other day when I went to that one, it was free. I wasn't going to buy anything, and the lady goes, "It's free." So I started looking again. Then I found a single stitch '90s Yellowstone T-shirt, and I'm like, "I'll take that. I'll take that."
Yeah, that Yellowstone shirt was cool.
Yeah, and it's got the pictures didn't do it justice. It's got glitter in it.
I loved it.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to run for a second. Let them back in. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yard sales are the best. Absolutely. And now that we're in full swing again, and people like last year, so many people didn't have yard sales. Everyone was terrified. So last summer was the pits for yard sales, but people are starting to have them again. But it's been raining every single weekend for like 3 weeks here in Pensacola. And then this Saturday, there's supposed to be a bunch of community sales. And don't you know, like 80% chance of thunderstorms. I'm like, come on. So I'm hoping at least some of them have them on Friday so that I can go shopping all day on Friday. And, you know, then a little bit, well, like a little bit, right? Whatever. Like a lot on Saturday too. I don't care about the rain. You can still have your sale. But I know a lot of the people, you know, they want to put the tables outside of their garage. And I understand because I don't have room in my garage with all my inventory. More rain on Saturday there, Swamp Picker. Yeah, it stinks when you get so excited. Last week we had a yard sale, community yard sale that had 158 houses. And it poured down rain. And we went even in the rain and found some great stuff. So I need to do a video on what I picked up because I found some really cool things. I wish it would stop with the tags and have one price for jeans, etc. Do you remember when people used to just sell jeans? That was their niche. Man, I can't sell jeans to save my life. I don't know what I do wrong. I've had Levi's. I said it on my video the other day. I sold them 3 times for $6.99. Like, why can I not sell jeans higher than that? It drives me crazy. Aw, Marcy, it's only 50 degrees. Yeah, that's not good. Oh, Bourbon, is it Austin's leaving? Austin, have a great night. Thanks for being here. Okay, yeah, I really shouldn't be complaining, I guess, Marcy. You're back? You sound quiet.
No, I'm just catching up on the chat.
Oh, okay. It's snowing right now. 3 inches this morning.
Keep it.
You're in Ohio. You're in my neck of the woods.
Yeah, remember all winter though? We were getting hammered with it, and she was like, "We ain't got any." I'm like, "Well, now
right?
all you want."
Now, ugh. Well, it always snows in Ohio after St. Patrick's Day, but come on, it's April 21st now. That's bad. Oh, it snowed there too, Marcy? Guys, what is up with this year?
Well, that's where it's supposed to snow.
Tony said, I love yard sales and I'm hoping that I get stuff listed and sold because the first weekend of May we are having the 100-mile yard sale. Oh,
yeah.
I wish they had that here.
I've got to have a yard sale this weekend for a house that we got all the stuff free in the garage that we took. That's where I found that Yeti that I sold.
Yeah.
And the rest of it we're going to sell. We get to keep all the money. And then the house is being sold the following week or closes. And then the following weekend, we're doing an estate sale. And we get $900 for doing the estate sale, but the rest of it goes to the heir to the house.
Right.
And that house is going like a week or 2 later, it closes. So
now how are you going to prepare for that? Because I've never done, yard sales are one thing, but an estate sale is like kind of different. Do they want an inventory of everything they have? Or
no, they've came in and got all their stuff. Now the first one was a family situation. So it's not really an estate sale. It'll be more of a yard sale.
Right.
We took all the furniture and everything. Now they did leave some liquor in the cabinet. Of course, you can't sell that at a yard sale. But they left all the stuff in the garage and we went through it. And there's some like air conditioners and heaters and lots of like Japanese dishes and bowls and things. There's some stuff that has value and there's some stuff that doesn't. We went through and picked what we thought we could sell on eBay that was smaller, that we could make money on and get more for it. But we want this stuff gone, and we're going to do it for one day and one day only. And what doesn't, AmVets is going to get it for their charity. And then on the other one, it's actually an estate sale for a gentleman that passed away in his 90s, and his daughter lives in Georgia, I believe.
Right.
And we called a auction house, and they wanted a ton of money to do it. And there's probably not $3,000 worth of stuff in the house, but that's where I got the those mermaids, some plush and stuff. So there is some value in the house, and we're gonna, like big mirrors and furniture and beds and that stuff. We're actually going to have to go in and set up and price and do some comps on it and stuff. But it's funny because the estate company that was going to do the sale said, they countered back and said, well, we'll do it cheaper. They wanted $1,500 to do the sale. Now they said there's $3,000 worth of stuff. They wanted $1,500 to do the sale, plus $150 cleanup fee, plus lunch 2 times a day for 2 days to run the sale. So when we said no, we'll just do. The family said just do it yourselves, and we'll pay you a flat $900, and whatever money above that you make, you'll give to us. We agreed, and then the other people were like, well, you don't need to sell that too cheap because there's some really valuable stuff in there. We're like, okay, why don't you just take this thing and make a good offer on doing the sale? Because I really don't do it. I'd rather be yard selling. But
yeah, exactly.
Do it. So,
but
that one will price. I'm not big on pricing at yard sales because everybody negotiates anyway. Yep. So when I have mine, I don't price anything unless it's a stack of jeans. I'll say like $10 a jean or whatever. But I don't like pricing because people are going to negotiate anyway. And then when you take it all down, you got to get rid of all the stickers and all that stuff too and re-put it in your inventory. And I'm like, I don't want to do that either. So
see, I look at it differently. When I'm having a yard sale, that is the end of the line for me. So I put clothes, everything on this table or on this rack, it's $1. I don't need to make $5 or $6. If it's there, it's time for it to go. So I may have a few items that are a little bit higher, but like higher meaning $5 at the absolute most. And stuff, we sell stuff for 50 cents and almost everything's $1 just because at that point it's time for it to leave the house. And if it doesn't, it ends up getting donated. We take it to one of the thrift stores and drop it off. Not Goodwill, one of the other ones.
Well, that hat that I sold for $170 the other day, that was at a company run estate sale. And there was a lot of high dollar stuff in there.
Yeah. I
had no clue that ball cap was that valuable until I got it home and actually got to looking at it and realized, when I comped it, that it was that. But for $2, I'll take a chance. It was just a total shock. But yeah, I normally hate company run ones.
Are owned and employed booth dealers? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, a lot of them will keep that stuff afterwards. They'll take it and resell it. And that's why you sometimes wonder why they aren't negotiating. They're going to flip it for money on their own.
Yeah.
But
because typically everybody wants you to just get rid of the stuff at the end. That's why half the time I think that they price stuff so high so that it's just donated to them and then they can do whatever they want. And Gino, I agree. Garage sale time is dump it time. That's exactly how I look at it.
Bama picking. I grew up in Austin, Texas. I'm a Longhorn, and I live in Oklahoma now. But I retired from UPS, and I decided to stay here.
Yeah, I'm sure they must get it for just pennies. North Georgia Flipper. They would have to.
Yeah, and I mean, some of the stuff, like you said, last year when I did my yard sale, when I was done, I found out my middle daughter was having a yard sale. So I told her to come get it. The problem was I actually mixed in some brand new colognes and perfumes in the box. Ooh. And she took it, didn't know, and she sold it cheap. And I was like, Oh my goodness, I can't believe I lost. Well, I was like, well, I lost about 150 on that one, but she made money, and at the time she needed it, so it was good to get rid of the stuff. And I said, I don't want it back. It was a lot of DVDs,
Right.
CDs, and stuff, and so that's what I'll do this year. This year, I'm going to downsize. I really think having as many items in my store is so hard, and so I'm going to really focus on trying to downsize the store and get rid of stuff at a yard sale. And
Really?
yeah, and then maybe keep my store around 1,500 items versus 3,800 items, and just be a little more selective. Even though I say it all the time, and then I don't live to it. So kind of like Danny, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to quit sourcing, and then I keep sourcing. So, and then I'll say, I don't buy clothes anymore, then I buy clothes.
Danny at Pickle Resellers, he will never stop sourcing. He can't let it. If there's a deal, it's like he has the fear of missing out. He will buy it every time.
I definitely got FOMO, and Lissa sounds like she does too. It's just one of them things. You say, well, it's got value, but now I think with the promoted listings and running the sales and the different ways things are on eBay, I'm like, man, maybe I need to just look for some really low cost of good, high value stuff, because they're eating into I looked at my individual fees and stuff today off some items I just recently sold, and it's higher than I anticipated it to be. And I'm only running 1% and 2% promoted, but when you run a 20% sale and then do a 1 or 2% promoted, and then they get 12.5% on top of that, it's like, man, I don't have much money left in this thing.
That's true. Let's see, what's everyone saying? Lisa, I'm the same. The death pile items sometimes go, and it's so hard for me. My kids are like, "That's it, we're getting rid of stuff," and I'm like, "Wait!" I feel like I'm on the hoarder show. I need to look through every single thing in this box. You can't get rid of it. They're like, "It's junk." I'm like, "No, I have to look."
And you're right, Melissa. And I am definitely starting to go towards toys more.
Same.
Plush and toys are definitely something that I'm seeing that's got value. Again, it's memories, and that's something I'm thinking about doing. And they're easier to ship.
Yeah.
I mean, when I take little boxes to the post office and little 4x6 envelopes with video games in them, that's so much better than doing these big old bulky boxes of a TV or something. I'm like, yeah, this is a lot better.
I'm also doing ball caps now. Thank you.
I know a lot of people are now.
Yeah, and books. A lot of books, and I have so many ball caps now. It's crazy. I never had that many.
Yeah, I saw you sold those manga books. Manga books are hot too.
I literally just put those on like yesterday, and they sold already. They're getting like 15%.
Thanks, Bama Picking. Yeah,
15%.
Yeah, I mean it's well, go and look at your individual fees that they're deducting in your
it's like 12.9, and then if you do promoted, that goes up to like 15%.
But they're getting 15% of they're getting your tax and your shipping too. I mean, it's not your
for sure. Breakables. Yeah, I try not to pick up breakables because I just the idea of shipping them just scares me. Bam, have a great night.
Do you do junk box auctions?
Junk boxes?
Yeah.
A 90-cent junk drawer auction. I wouldn't because, I always tell everyone, start your listing at a price that you'll be satisfied if it sells at. We used to be able to do 99-cent auctions, and it was great. And when a whole reseller community goes out and does 99-cent auctions and they all promote it together, that's a different story. But in general, you have to have the right person happen to be looking at the right time to find your 99-cent auction. And most likely you're going to end up selling it for $2. Yeah,
I would agree with that. I don't start much unless it's got a lot of value. And even then I'm scared to do it. I'll start it at like that, $40 or something, because that's what I want to get out of it. And then if it goes above that, I'm happy. Yeah, glass for me, I do ship it, and I have shipped it, but man, I'm always scared when I do, and I'm always tracking it to make sure it got there because I don't want somebody saying it was messed up. Believe me, the mermaids were packaged really good when I shipped those out. And they're not glass, but they're like a porcelain.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. I listed these Space Odyssey magazines. They were from the 80s.
Uh-huh.
I had bought them at the bins, and I was going to sell all of them as a lot. I had probably 20 of them or so. Mm. But I saw that a lot of them were selling for $7. Now, $7 including shipping, it didn't seem like much, but I'm like, I hate to just sell them all for $14 if you get $7 a piece. Well, I just sold 9 of them for $63.
So the same person bought them all?
They bought 9. Well, they bought 9 out of the 20 that I had, and I've sold already like 3 other ones. So that's awesome. I just made $63 on some old kids magazines.
What was the name of them?
It is, it's called Odyssey.
What year are they from?
From 80. The ones I have are like 87, but they're basically space magazines.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But they're for kids, like I would say like middle school, high school, not middle school, I'd say. But there's all different kinds. But, and like they have like NASA things on the back. Can you see that?
Oh, cool.
It's hard to see. But anyways, it was going off like crazy. I'm like, what is happening? But yeah, because he bought 9 of them.
Yeah, and that's part of when we do the what solds and we're showing the individual things. I tell everything, what I made, what I paid, all that stuff, and it makes it to where people can see and go, yeah, I don't want to mess with that. And then, or yeah, I want to find that. And some of it's off, you're not going to find it much, but some of it's, but we all learn. I just learned about those. I didn't know nothing about those either.
It was just a fluke. And that's when I go to the Goodwill bins, I always look for something that I've never seen before. A magazine I've never seen before for kids. Heck right. Yeah, I want to check that out. And I almost listed them all for $14.95. Now I'm really happy I didn't. Oh, my goodness.
Our hobby mags go well too.
Railroad?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I think anything specialty like that does really well. I'm making bank.
Somewhere out in the garage, I've got a collection of Marilyn Monroe calendars, and I've seen Lonnie sell cheerleader calendars and stuff. And I'm thinking, I need to go find those. I've got a collection. Yeah. I mean, they're all outdated. They're not new anymore, but it's like a series of like 2000 to 2015 Marilyn Monroe calendars, and I'm sure they have some value. I just got to go find them.
Yeah. Well, Faith, I really enjoyed your Hot Wheels videos when you did those. I didn't know about all the specialty things that came with them and like the little symbols and the packaging and stuff. So it was kind of interesting to watch those. I just bought a boot dryer. I never knew they made them. Me neither.
I used to sign some shoes in my grandpa's barbershop. WT crap.
I just ordered the 12 by 12 flat boxes so I can sell American Girl magazines from the early 90s. Paid $20 for a stack. Yeah. Anything American Girl, especially the vintage ones, sell really, really well.
Hello, Melanie.
Welcome. Oh, you're from Oklahoma too.
I'm from Oklahoma too. I live in Yukon.
All the
where is Melanie?
You shine shoes in the Navy?
No, I shined shoes in my grandpa's barbershop when I was a kid down in Bangor. He had a barbershop and a shoe shine chair, and I'd shine shoes a little bit. I never was good at it till I got in the Navy.
Yeah, Austin, I'm not sure how that works. I almost think that you have to prove your age in order to buy stuff from the adult section. because they do have like a specific adult section for like Playboys and stuff like that. But you didn't have to have anything if you sell adult toys or novelties. I know, all the Okies. You, Linda, Faith is an Okie.
Yep. Well, welcome.
Lori is an Okie. Goodness.
Now, Melanie, are you going to be out yard selling tomorrow with the rest of us? Or Friday and Saturday? I don't know if I know there's a lot of town ones going on in the next few weeks here in Oklahoma. That 100-mile one that they talked about, or Tanya talked about, that one's going on pretty soon. So there's just so many here. It's just amazing how many yard sales there are.
Made by Dry Guy. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Faith, what category did you have them listed in? Older cows, gorgeous lush photo spreads.
Now, there are some starting tomorrow, but I find the best yard sale days are Fridays. Because some people have to work, and that's when a lot of them will open, and you can get the best stuff on Friday. When I go out on Saturday, if they've been open on Friday, I skip that one and go on to the ones that are just Saturday only.
A lot of our community sales are only on Saturday, though. I don't know why.
I went to the 100-mile one last year, but that's the one that starts in Bartlesville and runs up to Kansas. That one was phenomenal. But from Yukon, that's like a 14-hour day. Don't forget, Melanie in Duncan, Oklahoma will have theirs in June or July. Duncan, Oklahoma supposedly has the world's largest yard sale. We went last year, and I'm 2 hours away or an hour and a half away.
Yeah.
And I'm here to tell you, we didn't even scratch the surface. There was so many yard sales. So
really?
Definitely go to Duncan's.
Let's see. Oh, Melanie's going to do the 100-mile one. That just sounds so fun.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few that are like set up like flea markets and stuff, but the rest of it is individual homes and stuff in the towns. And the citywide ones in these little towns are where I find the vintage stuff. That's where you find the old ball caps and the things that I like to sell.
I don't think they have that here.
In rural towns?
Well, I mean, I haven't ever seen where like a city had yard sale.
Google it. Google city or town-wide sales in your part of Florida or Alabama, since you're close to Bama.
Yeah.
And look it up. And that's where I find them. And then on Craigslist, I would look on Google. I wouldn't look on your Facebook, because I don't see them on there. It's typical.
Oh, okay.
I just search Google and you'll come up with it. Just look for town-wide sales in Florida, north the Panhandle or whatever. Or how far are you from Alabama? Just a little ways, aren't you?
Yeah, like 40 minutes.
Yeah. So like Mobile or somewhere over in there. Some of the smaller towns. Hello, Favor. But yeah, that's what I do. The 3-stripe caps and stuff, you're not going to find those. No, just some of them, Gino. It's all about what's on the front of it. Tobacco related or agricultural. Those are the ones that are really valuable. Or John Deere, stuff like that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, in Oklahoma, you got to have a car. Even Oklahoma City, it's so spread out. And they don't have bus service where I live in Yukon. You have to go to the city to get that. So you got to have a car in Oklahoma. You don't get to just mass transit it like a city.
Oh, Lauren is here. Hey, Lauren. That's Call It Favor.
Yeah.
I found my biggest sold item in a rural town. What was it?
Yeah. I mean, that's where I found, like last year, vintage Barbie doll houses and things like that had been in some lady's attic that they were finally getting rid of, and $7 end up selling for like $90 and stuff like that. But the old ball caps, I mean, where I get crushed is when I go to some town, and Yeah, you got any old ball caps? Yeah. Oh, we just got rid of my dad's. We just threw them all away. What? But now more and more people are selling caps, and part of it, I'm sure, is because I've been talking about it so much. But I made more from ball caps last year than anything else. So,
hey, I've been
and I got a ton of them.
Buying a ton of ball caps.
A vintage Coca-Cola sign.
Nice.
Yeah, I sold a bread sign I found in my own neighborhood here a while back for over $100, and it was just one of those door push things on the old screen doors, and it was a bread one. And as soon as I looked at it, I knew it was real. And I said, "Where did y'all get that?" Because I thought first it was a remake. She goes, "Oh no, that was my granny's. It was in her store." And I said, "How much you want?" She was $4, and I didn't know it was that valuable, but I ended up selling that thing for like $175. And I was just so that kind of stuff is valuable too.
Saturated with resellers.
Yeah, and they're everywhere now too. I mean, we went to Perkins; they were everywhere.
Well, so. You know what I think it is? Let's face it, that area is so depressed industry-wise that, really, if you want to be an entrepreneur and make decent money at something, reselling is a great way. But at least, a little further east than you, there's just not a lot of industry, not a lot of places to make any kind of decent money. So it makes sense that you have so many resellers there. I only know because I, grew up there. Bought it for $8 and sold it for $150. Nice.
Wow. My granddaughter, they're doing a catheter to see if she has a UTI. She's 3.
Oh.
She is going to hate that.
Can't they do blood work or something for that? Or
I don't know, but you got to understand, Everly is like her own person at 3 years old.
Yeah.
You don't tell her nothing, and she has her own mind, and she kind of runs the house. And so just imagine what it's like. We were going to take them to Hawaii, and my daughter goes, "Dad, there's no way she'll sit still on a plane for 8 hours." Can you? I thought, you know what? I thought about it. I was like, "You're right. She's not going to be good on going to Maui on an 8-hour flight."
Yeah, that's probably true.
They'll be throwing her out with a parachute.
They'll need to take naps after that flight.
She'll be flying the plane halfway there. Yeah.
Lego Mindstorm?
Yeah, last Friday when I was with Creaker at the Amazon store, I bought a diamond. Was the best thing I bought. He told me he picked up a Lego set, and it was a big one. And he said, "I bet that's $300." He sold it for $245 already.
Really?
$7 at that Amazon return store. I was like, yeah.
I never heard of the Mindstorm, though.
No, I hadn't either. And I don't know a lot about Legos. I'm just getting into those a little bit. And again, that's why we learn from each other. That's why we're here.
Kittenville Hobbies. And I didn't know this until Bobby told me this. Kittenville Hobbies, Brian, he takes brand new packs of Legos, brand new out of the box, and splits them up and sells them that way because he makes so much money doing it.
Yes, it's like Hot Wheels and Pokemon cards and all that stuff. It's just a lot of work to do the research on each one. Wow, good find, Melanie. That was a good find.
Yeah, nice, Melanie. Love when you find something like that you completely unexpected. It's like hundreds of dollars.
Yeah. Looking at.
Yeah, I have a bunch of Legos right now. They're all like girl Legos, princess, fairies, and I think there's friends or something like that. There's probably 12 sets. They all have books, but I don't think they're all complete, or they're probably 98% complete, but none of the figures are there. So I don't know how well they're going to sell or not. I'm not sure what to do with them.
That reminds me, I've got a Star Wars Lego that I paid $10 at a yard sale. It's a huge one, but it's one of the ships with the figures. Ooh. And I haven't taken the time to go through it yet, but I know I looked at it and I comped some pieces in it. Just the manual goes for $25, and the Leia in it goes for like $15. So I could part it out, but I'd rather sell it complete because it's worth more. But it's sitting here counting 2,000 pieces that I don't want to do.
Yep, exactly. Chino.
I was trying to. Yeah, Melanie's way down in southeast Oklahoma, down by Hugo and in that area east of there, I believe.
Let's see.
But yeah, I buy a lot of the stuff that I have to part out, like Hot Wheels and stuff loose, and I've made a lot of money on them. But it's just all the time that it takes to sit there and research each one. Yeah, and I know some people that put them together to do that, and I'm by myself, so I don't get to do that. Plus, I wouldn't know how to put it together.
Well, you have the book.
I know, but I mean,
kids can put it together.
I don't have time for that.
Right. Kids could put it together in like an hour. It would take us like a week.
Yeah. I got 3,800 items on eBay. I got to work eBay, not putting Legos together or puzzles.
Marcy is smart. She pays her son to put them together.
You know what?
Smart.
Maybe I should switch careers and just start putting Legos together. But folks, it's going to be a while. You got to pay me by the hour, and it's going to take me 10 hours. Wait, that's only a 25-piece Lego. It took you 5 hours.
50 cents an hour.
Plus, you got to buy me lunch too.
No patience for it. Me neither. That's why the Legos have been sitting behind my desk for about a month.
Might start doing lives early in the morning, like at 2 a.m. bonfire and beards. Well, you're going to have Alyssa there because she's up at night.
You know what? You would have a really targeted market because the only people up that late are usually Tommy Bernard, and his channel usually gets off about that time, and they always have a ton of people on there.
Yeah, I'm asleep. I don't go to bed till about midnight, but I go to bed, and then I got to get up at like 6. Tomorrow, I got to be up at 6. The first yard sale is south of me about 20 minutes, and it starts at 7, and I saw video games in the title, so I'm going to be there.
Ooh, going to that one first, huh?
You know, that's the only part of Oklahoma I haven't been to is far southeast Oklahoma. I know it's wooded, and I've never been down there.
So it looks like we have Heron's Forest Community Sale, Bondview Neighborhood Sale, Cottonwood Subdivision Sale. So hopefully, and of course it's going to pour down rain. So
now, did you find any town ones?
Not yet.
Okay. Definitely look at that. I think you'll find that. Hey, Marie, what's going on? Welcome to the channel.
Austin, surprisingly, I even have 1, 2, 3, 4 yard sales starting tomorrow. Well, 3 yard sales and 1 estate sale, which is really odd.
Well, now I'm from Texas, Melanie. I grew up in Austin, so I am a Longhorn, but I live in Yukon. Thursday there's usually a few during yard sale season.
Right.
But mostly they start on Friday, and then Saturday there's more added, and then some people do Saturday only. But like I said, Friday's my favorite day because I like to get there when people are having to work. When I used to work for UPS, I'd pass yard sales on the way to work and go, dang it, I want to stop, but I can't get to work.
Right.
Now I don't have to do that anymore. Wow. And when I lived in Arizona, because they don't observe daylight savings time, theirs started like 5:36 in the morning because it's already light.
We have an estate.
Google the town-wide sales, Austin, and it should come up, and you'll see some of the towns, and you can pick which ones are close to you. Because when I do it, I get towns like Owasso up by Tulsa or Bixby and those, and I don't pay attention to those. But the ones within an hour of me, I'm going.
Yeah. Marie, hey, how are you? Goodness, we have an estate sale. It's going to be 3 days starting tomorrow. And it looks like he has, like, in his garage or this giant shed, like this amazing vintage train set all this huge collection of neon signs, like
those are
Bud Light, like these what do they call them, barber's poles. He has like several of those.
Man, I've always wanted one of them. My grandpa was a barber. I would love to have one of them.
I mean, like all of this cool stuff. They said so much stuff, it's got to be 3 days long.
You need to get to that early.
It looks cool.
You might want to start comping some of that stuff tonight and kind of know what it's worth. When does it start? Friday or tomorrow?
Starts tomorrow.
Yeah, you better comp.
Oh, this whole section of his, I don't think it's a garage. I think it's like a shed he built, is dollhouses, handmade dollhouses, and like thousands of pieces of dollhouse furniture.
Oh, wow.
I'm like,
the only neon sign I own is a George Strait Bud Light one, and I ain't getting rid of it.
Yeah, he has Bud Light, Miller Light, like all kind. Anyways, really cool. That one's going to be a cool one, but I bet you that stuff is expensive.
And we know Angie ain't spending up.
And I don't. Yeah, I don't buy up.
Yeah, I believe me. When I bought all that Star Wars stuff here a while back, I was like, $385. Should I buy it?
I was like, what?
Yeah, I know. But I'm already right there at the break-even point, and I still got a bunch of it. So I'm like, okay, I did all right. I could make about $1,300 on this thing. So, but the big one last week when I bought that video game stuff, I cannot believe what I got. And I didn't look at it all. I didn't know if it worked. I just took a chance on $80. And I normally don't make the offer. I let them tell me. But I thought they were going to start looking everything up. And I said, I saw the GameCube, and then I saw the 2 Super Nintendo systems, and one's in the box and maybe new. And then the PlayStation 2. And then I started looking at games. I was like, okay, I'll give you $80 for all of it right now. And they did it. And I've already made almost the $80 back just off 2 games.
Yeah.
I'm like,
that was an amazing deal.
I haven't even listed the systems yet.
The neon signs are spectacular, but shipping, I sold a Coors Light neon and it didn't go well. Oh no.
Yeah, I wouldn't be afraid to ship it. That'd be a marketplace thing, a local pickup.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's like some really cool ones, but goodness. Yeah. I'm so cheap, guys. I can't, I see these and I'm like, I know they're going to be so priced so high.
The barber poles, though, those are rare. You don't see the moving ones anymore. And
you could see it was a spinning one.
Yeah, my grandpa had one on his barber shop, and I would love to have his shoe shine chair that he had in his barber shop. But, again, it's like anything on eBay. It's memories for me. I don't know where I'd even put it, but I'd love to have it.
Yeah, absolutely. Tanya, me too. I go to yard sales and I never find video games. I never find any systems.
You ain't getting out of bed till 10 o'clock.
No, like even when I went to the community sale, we left at 6 a.m. to get there, and it was pouring down rain. So we were definitely, any ones that were open, we were the first ones there. At most, there was like maybe a few like 360 games, but had no value. Like my daughter came with me and she said one of them, it was to play online. I can't remember what game it was. She said they don't even have that system online anymore. So it's worthless.
Well, let me give you a tip. Here's what I do. I go to every yard sale, and when I walk up there, if I don't see any, I ask, hey, do y'all by chance have any old caps or video games? And I can tell you that out of the 10 times I ask, maybe 4 times if they don't have them out there, they do have them, and they go get them if they want to sell them. And they're not even planning on selling them. They're just thinking, you know what? I've been on my husband to get rid of those. Let me call him real quick. Hey, honey, you want? And I'll wait. And that's what happened with this system. That when I got this deal the other day,
yeah,
I was at the sale. The guy was a fireman and his wife were in the garage. They had no video game stuff. The mother-in-law pulls up with a car full of stuff. She overheard me say, hey, do y'all have any video game stuff? She goes, hey, I got some kind of a Nintendo thing. And of course I go, Nintendo. I'm thinking 64. And I don't really care about the consoles because I have them. I want the games. And she said, Mario. And when I heard that made me even more excited. Now keep in mind, I got to go to the bathroom and there's no bathroom. And I'm like, so where's the stuff at? And she goes, I live 3 miles away. I can run and get it, but I got to unload first and I got to stop and get gas. I said, I'll wait. I waited 30 minutes. He pulls up. I pull the bin out, and all I see is Super Nintendo, GameCube, PS2, and I start looking at the games, and I see Donkey Kong, Mario,
Oh my
Home
god.
Alone. And then I saw Michael Jackson, the Experience on Wii.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't even realize it was sealed until I got it home. I thought it's a $25 game open, 60 sealed.
Damn.
So that's when I made the offer, walked away, and then as I got home, I got more. But if I hadn't have asked, I would never got that because they'll be sitting at her house. So you got to ask, and sometimes they go in and get the stuff and bring it out.
Well, I need to start asking them because I just never see anything. Melissa.
Yeah, a game thingy. I mean, last year my biggest score was the Sega. When the lady again didn't have it outside, I said, "By the way, do you have any video game stuff?" She goes, "Yeah, but it's an old system." And again, I go,
"Old system?
What system is that?" She goes, "Sega. It was mine." And she was probably 40-ish, and she said it was mine. She brings out the box. I see 2 GameCube games and 16 Segas in the original cases with the system. I said, "What are you looking for it?" She goes, $50. I probably could have got it for less, but at that point I knew what I had. So I was like, yeah, I'll buy it right now. And I grab it. And I mean, these things are so pristine. They're almost brand new. She took care of her stuff. And it's just amazing. But when they say old, I'm like, that's what I want. I don't want the new stuff. I want the old stuff. Yeah, but no, wasn't that kind of bathroom, Melissa. I was drinking coffee, okay? It was kind of like Finding the Mermaids. It was coffee. I wasn't doing anything else. But yeah, you got to ask, do you have any old ball caps? Do you have video games? Because stuff you're looking for, because a lot of times I've actually had people say, you know what? Yeah, we got some in there. Let's go get them. And they go get them and bring them out, and I buy them. So,
when we have yard sales, people ask us if we have military items, fishing poles, and musical instruments. That's what I always get asked for.
And I have none of that.
So, and I'm always like, nope.
Yeah, somebody told me the other day, said, you go to sales and you could step in poop and come out smelling like a rose.
I know, you find the best stuff.
But it's, again, I'm looking at unique stuff that nobody else is looking at. And again, sometimes I don't know the value. It's like the other day when I found those two little silver balls in a case. And I said, what are those? She goes, I think there's some kind of like massage balls or something.
Yeah.
And they were $2. So I took a chance. I get them home and I start Googling the pictures and I'm like, magnetic Japanese massage balls, and I turn around and sell them for $50. Same day I listen, I'm like, who would have known? But that's what you got to do. You got to take chances on some of the smaller cost of good items that look cool. They're unique.
Austin, do you mean that video games and stuff to place to set up systems?
Yeah, and I do. Y'all seen mine in my videos. I do have all my, not all of them, but a lot of systems set up over here to test. But I don't test games unless they're high value.
Right.
But I do have a machine to clean them if I need to.
Yeah, I'm just not getting into cleaning them at this point.
You need to have a bunch to make it worth it.
Yeah.
And I have.
Florida's the same way. Yeah, there's a lot of resellers in Florida too.
I think they're everywhere. I mean, to be honest, when I go, how many times have I gone and made a video after I went to like Perkins the other day and come back and say, yeah, there was some lady ahead of me that was buying all the games before I could get to them, but I got lucky on a few, but she got the GameCube stuff, and that's really what's hot right now. If you find GameCube, grab them. They are. I watched Chase After the Right Price, and he's talking about GameCube a lot, and for some reason the value's gone up.
Gino, have a great night. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
And some of the Rock Band stuff, Austin, is worth some money, but it just depends on what Rock Band. And some of the dance ones, like Xbox 360 or the Wii dance theme ones, there's a few of those that are worth money, but it's mainly the anime theme, the Mario, the Zeldas, That's the valuable games.
The Rock Band and the Guitar Hero stuff, all the drums and guitars and stuff, those stuff they're selling really, really high right now.
I bought some last year here for about $20 in the town I live in, and I put them on Facebook and sold them for $200.
Nice.
But that was a local pickup, so
right.
I'm not shipping that stuff. I really am trying to get away from shipping bigger items, unless they're really, really valuable. Because it's just, I mean, that SpongeBob TV I sold the other day, the guy contacted me and said it got cracked and he couldn't get it to tune into the channel. I said, well, it's an older TV. You're going to have to have the newer antenna,
right,
to scan the channels, and it didn't have a remote. But I haven't heard back from him, so I'm assuming he got it worked out. But it was fine when it left here.
Serious question. Is Austin in the private side chat? He's showing up.
Yeah. He right there.
Do you see the on the screen right now, Alyssa? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing him. I don't know if you're on. Are you on YouTube or are you? I don't know.
That's weird.
But no, I mean, not all video games are worth money. That's why I like to bundle, because then you'll find the home runs in there, but then you'll also find a bunch of duds, and you see it when I show my cost of goods and sales, and then I go, I made $3.45 on that one. But
see, that was my big concern about picking up video games, is I was afraid I was only going to pick up things not worth anything.
Yeah, you really need to scan them, because it's really kind of odd, especially like Wii and some of those that you wouldn't even think are valuable, that are kid type stuff. I mean, I sold that, what was that, on that DS the other day, that Style Savvy. I didn't think it was worth anything, but I got $20 for it. And so you just never know. And Animal Crossings became popular last year, and it wasn't valuable. Now that's a pretty valuable game.
Well, a new one came out. That's why. For the Switch, I think, because my kids both got it.
Oh, this is for the Nintendo DS.
Yeah, but when that came out, I think the resurgence of people playing it on the older systems came out again.
I've got a Switch Fortnite edition that I bought at Christmas for $300 on Friday, and I'm waiting to trade somebody for vintage stuff for that one.
Good idea.
But chase after the right price. That's what he does, and he does deals where he flips stuff he has, newer stuff like games and Switches and stuff, for vintage games.
Oh, you call your son, Melanie? Good idea. I could probably call my daughter. My older daughter, no, because she's not a gamer, but my 20-year-old, she is a gamer, so she would definitely know. Go into, that's good.
Well, no, we're seeing him.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Who?
we're seeing him. We see him, though.
Yeah, but she's not seeing him, so she might have blocked him accidentally. That happens sometimes.
Okay. Yeah, and Dreamcast is the only system I have never found.
I've never
in the wild. I've never found it, because if I do, I'm buying it, because they are valuable, and so are the PS Vitas are very, very valuable. But I've not found one of them. I have the PSP, and I have a little Game Boy that's worth quite a bit of money, and I gave $8 with a Mario game in it, but I don't want to get rid of it because I just don't come across it very often.
Right.
It's this. It's a little orange flip. The color makes a difference too. And I paid $8 at a yard sale, and it's got a Mario game. I put asteroids in it to test it. That's an older Pong game. Pong. Yeah. Somebody put in the post the other day and said, "What was the first video game console you played?" And I was like, "Well, when I was a kid, none of them existed. So the first one I ever saw was Pong."
Mm-hmm.
And it was usually at Pizza Hut on a flat machine, and you sit there and blip back.
Yep. Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about.
People were like GameCube or Nintendo 64 or NES. And I'm like, no, there wasn't video games when I was a kid.
Listen, it could have happened just by accident. You got clicked when you were in the middle of a chat or something.
Yeah, but I love this thing. It's a Game Boy Advance SP, and it's worth about $90, but I just don't want to get rid of it.
All right, I have to let Ollie out, so I will be right back.
All right. Yeah, and Gwendolyn, I think you made a comment a little while ago about video game or not being a collector and a reseller. I unfortunately collect stuff too, and I always make the comment when I die, my kids are going to shake their head more than they do now when they start going through my house, and I'll be like, please do not sell anything cheap. There's a lot of value in here. Do not just give it away at a yard sale. But once I'm gone, I won't care, but I'd hate for them to miss out on it. Yeah, I saw some of your games, Tanya, that you threw up on Instagram, and I was going to comp some of them too, but I didn't get a chance. And I saw a couple that looked interesting. So PS2 has a lot of games, and there are some that are valuable. They get scratched up a lot too. PS3 and GameCube, I'd say, are my favorites to find as far as that don't have a lot of scratches for older games. Yeah. Paul, hey, I had a black and white TV with 3 channels and an aluminum foil in the antenna when I was a kid and was tickled. And that's all the channels we had. And they went off at midnight and came back on at like 7 a.m. So, yeah, we've come a long way since I was a kid. Yeah, even for parts, he sell for decent money. But like I said, I don't want to get rid of it. Now, if it goes up to like $300-$400, yeah, it's gone. It's out of here.
Ollie, eat your treat. Okay, I'm back.
Ollie, eat your treat. Now, Dreamcast is definitely a system I would like to find, but I've never come across it.
So what would you think the highest value in general games, like by system?
Well, I think the key to games is, first of all, if you find them sealed and they're vintage,
okay,
those are really valuable.
So
regardless,
like
the Michael Jackson Experience, it's worth $25 used. If it's new and sealed, it's $60. There are games out there that are worth hundreds and thousands. Matter of fact, Creaker was telling me the other day he found 2, I think they were Game Boy games in a thrift store for $1 a piece. Not a Goodwill, because they would have looked them up.
Yeah.
It was a mom and pop when he paid $1 a piece. They were both sealed. He sold one for $3.50 and one for $5.50. New and sealed games in any platform are going to be more valuable, especially if they're older. But if they're anime themed, Pokemon or Zelda, Mario, all that stuff, even more valuable, new and sealed. But if they're, Nintendo 64 has some really old valuable games.
Mm-hmm.
Super Nintendo, Ataris aren't that great a system to get, but there are some games in it too. But it's just the theme of the game and the vintage, and then the condition makes a big difference, just like anything else.
Yeah.
But I would say the ones I have best luck with are GameCube, Super Nintendo. I'm just starting to see more.
Okay.
PS3, because they don't scratch as easily. And a lot of the PS2 games, there's a lot of them, but there's a lot of them that have a lot of value, but they tend to be more scratched up. And of course, that's why I have a JFJ Pro to be able to clean them. But those are some good ones. And then the newer system ones are, have some value.
Obviously, yeah. Well, no, why do the PS3s not scratch as much?
I don't know. It just seems like when I find them, they just are better quality discs. And I have sold them for good money. So I don't know the answer to that question. But I know PS2 put out a ton of games. PlayStation 1 has a lot of valuable games too. But the system itself is not worth a lot of money.
Pricecharting.com. Look up anything game console related to scan them. Nice. Thank you.
There's
I will add that.
Retro Rick and Chase After the Right Price. They have where you can pay to be a member, and they have price charts of everything that's out there right now, because it changes. It's like NCAA 14 on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
I sold that for $150 used here a few months ago, but now because there's a new NCAA game coming out, the value is dropping.
Going back up.
So it might be $100, 85, $100 now. So the games fluctuate in value.
Lauren, my yard sales pretty much are all year long because I'm in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
We there's at least some every single week, pretty much here. Now they'll get super busy over the next 2 months, but then come like August and September, there's way less because it's so hot here. And if they do have them, they're over by 10 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah, and Austin, I have PSP games too, but boy, if they get scratched, you can't clean them like you can. I mean, I had to buy special adapters for my machine to clean the game cubes.
Really?
Yeah, because it's a smaller disc.
Oh, I hadn't thought
Hey,
about
Miss
that.
Journey.
Journey, good to see you, hon.
But yeah, it's I mean, again, and I'm still learning every day. I see games and think it doesn't have any value. Tommy, the question I have for you is that a free or is it a paid site price charting?
For complete inbox and new sealed.
Yeah.
That's great. I have never heard of that.
Chase after the right price. He only likes to buy games that have the manual and the disc in the case, whereas some. Thank you, Tommy. Where some, if I only have the disc, that's all I can sell. But that's why also the cases for some of these games, like Mario on GameCube, sells for $20 because if they're trying to complete what they have. Hey, Sandy, the antique hoarder, as she called herself on Instagram today.
Hey, Sandy, good to see you.
She was talking about her mother's, I think, and she said something about hoarding, and I was like, well, antiques are worth money, so if you're going to hoard something, hoard antiques, right?
That's true. This is really an interesting site, Tommy.
Yeah, I haven't checked that out either. I appreciate the tip, Tommy.
Yeah, for sure. It even has a link for Pokemon cards.
Now, where does she live? Call it favor. I'll be at sales tomorrow in Oklahoma. We got sales tomorrow.
Melissa, have a great night.
Yeah, good night, Melissa. Melissa must be going to Disney World. She's in Central Florida, right?
Yeah, she is.
I'll just hang out at Universal and Disney World when you live there? Or do you probably live there?
Would you get sick of it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I used to live. Get sick of it.
I used to live like 3 blocks from Six Flags and Texas Stadium or Arlington, Ranger Stadium, and I hardly ever went. Oh, you're in Kansas? What part of Kansas? I was born in Wichita, but I grew up in Central Texas and Oklahoma.
Oh, Lissa, did you ever go to Geauga Lake? We had this little amusement park. It was like a half hour from my house and on the way to Canton, where Lissa's from. And that and SeaWorld were in Ohio for years. And you get sick of it. We had season passes every year. You can only go so many times.
So Tommy pays for an upgraded version of that site, price charting.
Bulk buys. How would you price a bulk buy?
Buying in bulk games. That's what I love to do when I buy video games.
Just put in all the titles, or
they have auctions or something. I don't know. I made more money last year off ball caps, then plush, then video games. But video games are definitely good things to get. But I like to do them in bundle deals. That way, you give them one price and you're getting a good deal, and there may be some good value in there, but you also got some duds in there as well. Yeah, right. I went to the Rainforest Cafe when we were in Orlando a couple of years ago, and yeah, it was pretty pricey.
Yeah, I think they always have been pricey. Add all the titles and it adds them up without having to search around. That's great. How much do you know how much you pay for the upgraded version, Tommy? Journey said going to Disney parks is expensive and everything around them costs a ton of money. When my kids were young, we had season passes for Disney. That's when we lived in Panama City Beach. And the season pass for Florida residents, now you couldn't go in the heat of the summer. So like June through August, but that's when you don't want to go. It was like June 15th through August. But you could go the rest of the year, and it was $99 a person back then. I'm like, dang. You know, SeaWorld and Geauga Lake were the special treat trips for me. Sold candy to raise money to go on those trips from the YMCA. Seriously? We would literally go to Geauga Lake. Gosh. Like, constantly. I mean, constantly.
I can remember going to Six Flags as a kid in Dallas, and people dropping off their kids all day there and then leaving. I was like, what a great babysitter place that is. But we didn't live there, so we couldn't do it. But I was always envious of those kids.
Yeah.
So Tommy says unless you're going to get serious, he wouldn't pay up for it.
But he said you can do 10. You just put all 10 titles into the system, and it will tell you how much to price it at.
So Tommy, my next question for you is, what game platforms are you looking for certain ones now? I know you probably cross over all of them, but GameCube, vintage games, newer games, what's the ones you prefer? Angie grew up in Ohio, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Sandy asked if you grow up.
Oh, no, I grew up in Ohio, and I lived a lot of places as an adult, but lived in Florida a couple times, and now I'm settled here permanently in Florida.
And I haven't grown up yet, so I'm in Oklahoma.
That's true.
But I've lived everywhere too. New York, South Carolina, California, Arizona, Texas, Kansas. Yeah, I saw one the other day. I'm trying to remember the name of it. I wrote it down. And I didn't know about it. I was looking at some games that I had, and it kind of threw me. I'm trying to find the note that I had. And it was a NBA game. SOCOM Confrontation was a big game. College Hoops 2K8 was a good game. And the Guy game was another one. I was like, okay, I didn't even know about those because I don't look a lot of sports games either.
Right.
So.
Sandy, isn't that right?
NBA 10 on PS3.
Okay. Interesting.
That's what I'm adding to that list. Maybe we need to get Tommy on here.
Right.
PS3. And PS3 is my favorite platform. So
150?
That
game.
Wow. Yeah, nice. I mean, I sold a Dokapon on Wii for 150 disc only, and I sold a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and there's two versions of that, and I had the Japanese version, and I sold it for $110, and I paid $2 at a yard sale.
Wow.
It's the fun, and it's learning, Alyssa, as you go. I mean, I love ball caps too, because I've made a lot on ball caps, but video games are just fun. But my problem is I have a hard time letting go of like the Sega Genesis ones and the GameCube. Some of them I'm like, I don't want to let it go because you just don't see them.
Yeah, I just feel like I'm so uneducated about games that it's, you always get excited about, this and that. And I'm like, yeah, I just don't know.
I don't play them. And that's the problem is I don't play them. I got a PS5 and an Xbox X, but I don't play them. But I bought them because they were so hard to get.
Right.
And
why have them if you're not going to play them?
Well, my grandkids come over and my 9-year-old grandson loves to play them. And NBA, wow. NBA.
I'm taking notes.
11. Yeah, I'm writing that one down too.
Heidi, I can't test them either. I don't have any systems. Well, I guess my kids have an Xbox something. Xbox, I don't know what it is, and a Switch. I could test those, I guess, and a Wii.
Hey, Heidi, my suggestion is one, look at the disc on the backside, and if it's not scratched up, you're probably good to go on it. But if it's scratched up, then you probably need to invest in a JFJ Pro to clean them, or buy a couple of the systems of the games that you find predominantly. But it's a lot of work to do all that too. So I would say just buy the ones that are in good shape if you're going to do that, and or if you get them cheap enough, and then just describe it in your listing. Because some people do keep those around. I mean, Lonnie's got the good one, the $1,500 one that does everything.
Expensive one.
JFJ Pros are definitely messy. Yeah, now I've got NCAA 10 on PSP, and I believe it's football, and it's worth some money too because the last year they made it on PSP. And I bought it with the PSP at a yard sale, and it was worth more than the PSP was.
Wow. Hey, Raymond. Good to see you. We are chatting about video games.
Yeah, we are now. Tommy got me all excited.
I know.
Yeah, especially about sports stuff, because I don't look at a lot of the sports stuff too. I'm like he says, and I learned the other day when I saw that college hoops, or college hoops 2K8, and I was like, what? And I was researching another game.
Heidi, I heard that too. Toothpaste and a rag.
Yeah,
I don't know if it works.
Yeah, but you don't know if it's going to play if you can't test it, so you may or may not get a return. If it's really high value, take it to a game place, and they will clean it for a charge. If it's worth a lot of money, that's what I would do.
Then they can test it too, right?
Yeah.
That's a good idea. I wonder how much they would charge.
I'm not sure. Tommy, have you ever done that where you took it to a game place, or do you have a cleaner?
But you know what? I probably have hookups because I'm sure my kids know somebody who works at GameStop.
Yeah. Of course, when the NCAA 14 was popular, and I was in there, and I was looking for a GameCube. I mean, not a GameCube, but a Game Boy game to test the system that I bought. This one, and no, it was another one. And anyway, I said, hey, by the way, I've got NCAA 14. What would you give me? And the guy was just blatantly goes, oh, I'd give you 20, and then I'd turn around and flip it for like 79. I was like, well, I could do that. I was like, well, why would I do that?
Right. Tommy, do you have the JFJ Pro, or do you have the more expensive one? I think that's it. There's like that $1,500 one, and then the JFJ Pro.
Oh, okay. I've just heard there's some game places that will do it, but they charge a fee. It's not free. Mm-hmm. I paid, I think it's about $180, $190 for this one at JFJ, but they're just messy.
How often do you have to buy the cleaning solution and the pads?
When you run out. Well, the pads wear out faster, but the cleaning solution's not that expensive anymore. It used to be like $50.
Wow.
But it's not expensive anymore. Lonnie's has a chip in it. Hey, Jen and Susanna. They must have been somewhere else. And you're going to the zoo.
Are you going to the zoo now?
Hi, Susanna. And anyway, Lonnie's runs on a chip, and I think it gives him like 80 hours of runtime. But if you clean this twice at a minute, then you lost 2 minutes there. And it goes through it, and he pays like $50 or $100 every time he reloads. But it does the whole process. It's not messy like mine.
Oh, okay.
You have to wipe it down, and you have to wipe the disc and buff it and all that stuff. And you got to be careful with certain games like Wii. You can erase the information on them, so you got to be careful with those. And some people, I don't know about you, Tommy, but some people say not to use the liquids that come with the machine. Use other liquids that are better. Now, what would be your opinion on that one? Because that's all I've ever used.
Well, have fun, Jen.
Dang, San Antonio got dogs killing people. Don't go to the Riverwalk with the dog.
That actually sounds fun. Perfect time, and it's beautiful out, at least here.
Yeah, they're not in the humid state yet down there. The blue polish for a minute. Oh, you use the blue polish instead of the white liquid? Okay. Yeah, I've heard that too. Don't do more than a minute. Hey, good night, Keith. I'll check out your video after we get off here, you and Mr. Chuck.
Yeah, I want to see the 8 at 8. But have a great night, Keith.
My phone fell. My extreme apologies.
I'm not sure what that's about, but
me neither. She's dropping her phone.
White is grittier. Blue is the final polish.
So you don't even start out with the white. You just use the blue. I mean, I've only had, I think, maybe one game that I've cleaned that's come back that didn't work. The Wii's, like I said, are the ones I've always been told that be careful because you can wipe out the whole information on them. And
that's not good.
The only Wii's I really clean are the Wii Sports and Sports Resorts when I find them, because they can be finicky.
Only if it's terrible.
Okay.
Interesting.
Good tip.
Tell me, who are your guest stars this coming week on your channel? Besides Tracy, of course.
It's me. He told me it was me.
It's you?
You wanted a UPSer on there.
I don't know. He has some big players on his channel anymore.
Player, okay. No, I'm kidding. He didn't.
Aw. That's okay, Journey. We all do stuff like that.
Timed out?
That's, because you're a mod, you can time out people. That's okay.
Oh, okay. I got you.
I'm sure all's forgiven.
I was like, what?
They're easy. 360 games? Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say of the ones that I've cleaned, 360 and PS2s are the most, and PS1s are probably the most scratched up games that I come across. Really? PS3s are always seem to be in really good condition. I don't know if it's something different with the way they made the disc or what, but I'm always pleased when I find them because I'm like, yeah, I don't have to mess with those too much. And Xbox Ones and PS4s, those are good games that are newer and aren't really torn up yet.
Right.
Cartridge games make it better because you can clean those pretty easily with a Q-tip and alcohol. In the contact,
so the contact part, you're just wiping that off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they'll get build up on them and kind of moldy corrosion, and you can.
Well, I thought you just went. That's how we always cleaned ours. You just blow on them really hard. Laser's much stronger. It reads crap. That's interesting.
Yeah, I'm probably only got about 100 here that I need to finish, but I started with 600 that I had to clean that I was so far behind on. Super Nintendo. Now, when you say Super Nintendo, like the one I found the other day, I got 2 of these in a bundle deal. I don't know if you've seen my videos, but this one's still in the box, and it doesn't look like it's been played. I don't know for sure. I haven't tested it. And then I got one that's loose and a GameCube, a bunch of games for this, Mario and Donkey Kong, and a PS2 for $80.
Now, where do you put the game in that? Is it a front? It goes on top?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then there was a game in the GameCube, and I sold it for $65. Had no clue. Disc only. It was I was amazed. And then there was a Wii Sports inside one of the Beatles ones. So what does the serial number start with on that one? I will tell you. I've got 2 of them, so.
But only one's in the box, though, right?
Yeah, one was in the box, and the only thing, it's all still wrapped up. The controllers, or not the controllers were out of the box. So that's what makes me think I can't sell it new in the box because it's not. Let's see. UN 314-565-967, model number SNS 001. And I don't think I've ever sold a Super Nintendo system. That's one of them. What does that tell you, Tommy? There you go. So what's that tell you? What's the value of that system? Because and the other one, is UN 12110762. And that's that one. So they look similar, but they got different UN numbers. Okay, so if it starts with a 3, there's a good possibility it has a 1 chip. Okay. It starts with a 3, this one in the box. And then the other one starts with a 1211. This one's 3145. All right. See, and I need just to hang out with Tommy now.
Right?
I'm learning about games, but I don't know a lot about the systems. I just pick them up because I don't. A lot of them, what I do, Tommy, is because I don't have them. If I don't have the system, I keep it and test games with it. And I think the only thing I'm missing now is a Dreamcast. And Atari, I don't mess with Atari, but a Dreamcast is about the only thing I don't have as far as systems go. So, one chip console only I've sold for $175. Now with the box, that would enhance the value too, wouldn't it?
I would think so.
Okay. That's good information to know. I appreciate the help. I really do.
One chip console only I've sold for $175.
See, and I was seeing comps higher on these things in the box, but I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I saw some the other day that were like up around 300 or high 2s, low 300 for the system. But if I throw in a game or two, maybe that'll add to it. But it's complete in the box.
What does recapped mean?
The what?
One chip recapped.
Where did you see that? One chip.
I did price high to low. One chip recapped region, LED, clean tested.
I don't know. What did it go for?
$289.
Yeah, that's what I was seeing.
Oh, it was $175 with no cords, no box.
Okay, yeah, I've got everything, and it's still in the plastic. Now the controllers are out of the box, but I've got the box and everything. So, yeah. Like I said, this lady had this stuff, and when she said I got Mario and some sports games, and I thought, that ain't gonna be worth much. Maybe the Mario, and then I got like 3 Marios, 3 Donkey Kongs, and a Home Alone and a Dennis the Menace. Those 2 aren't worth much, but the others are all fairly valuable.
Well, I think you got a good deal on that one.
The GameCube, like I said, was $65, and one of the Wii games was sealed. That was a Michael Jackson Experience sealed, and then 2 Beatles ones and a Wii Sports stuck in there as an extra. I was like, $80? I did all right.
I think so.
But I didn't know until I got it home and really went through it that I knew what I had. I mean, in all fairness, I just saw and knew I had some value there. So I guess I better work on testing this thing and getting it listed, huh?
Heck yeah.
Because I went from a $500 sales day yesterday to not much today. And I got to get up at 6 and go yard selling.
What time do the yard sales start there?
Well, tomorrow there's some that start at 7.
At 7.
So I'll be up at 6 and there by 6:45. I like to be there because that first one says video games. I'm like, yep, I'll be there before you will. Be the first, not the last.
We tried to go last week for the community sale. We got up at 6 and got there about 6:40 because it was about a 40-minute drive, and no one was open. But they weren't opening till 8, they said.
All right.
Console only non-1 chip is around 60 to 80.
Yeah, that's fine. And I may keep that one to test the games and sell the valuable one. That's probably what I'm going to do because I don't have I do have another Super Nintendo, but I don't know if it works.
Right.
So I'll probably keep that one to test once I test them and make sure they work. So, cool. Well, we've been on here for 3 hours. We probably need to go do our stuff.
I know. I need to get listing some media. Today has been lowball day and offers, but don't pay after. Oh, I know. Don't you hate that?
Yeah, I had
yesterday was like lowball day all day for me.
See, and I had a fantastic day yesterday, but today's been dead. Yeah. I mean, watch my video when you get done. You'll see.
Yeah, I need to watch yours for sure.
It was definitely a fantastic. It was a $500 sales day and almost a $400 profit day.
Nice.
So, but today is a lot different. So, what a difference a day makes.
Well, that's okay. Can't all be home runs, but just consistency.
Nope. Somebody said it. Sales are sales, profits profit.
Who said that?
Me.
Yeah, Raymond.
I send a lot of offers, and I'm gonna be honest. When I get if I have it for 50 and I send out a $45 offer and they counter with 10, I just decline. I don't waste my time responding and having them, countering. I just decline. If it's close, I'll recounter. But if it's ridiculous, I'm not running a yard sale. I'm selling for money. I'm not doing this for.
Exactly. Yeah. But you know what? I really tried to counter people.
You do a lot of best offer I saw on your store. You have a lot of best offer stuff.
And because I priced the item slightly higher than I'd like to give people a chance to make an offer. But when I have shoes that I'm like, I want $50 for them, these like really cool Timberland boots that there's none available on eBay. The last one sold for $65. I just want to get $50. So I list them for $59 and I'm getting offers of $15. I'm like, y'all are killing me. Server maintenance day really gets sales before early afternoon.
And just when I actually make up on from the doctors today.
I'm just when I actually have makeup on from the doctor today, no one needs. Aww.
I didn't understand it. I'm getting my first electronics truckload in the morning. Oh.
Whoa. I'm not asking where you got it, but is it like from a certain store or something, Raymond? Tommy, I'm thinking about what you said, and there could be, I can see you having some serious logic in this because Wednesdays typically are a terrible, terrible day for me. No sales in the morning, hardly ever. And so, yeah, I believe it.
Looking forward to it, Liz. I'll be glad when you get up and running.
That'll be awesome, Lissa.
Will the possum be a guest on your show?
The possum?
Yeah, her
with Lissa? Yeah. Of course.
Oh,
GoPro 9 and laptop. Wow, you're all set then, Lissa.
Wow, I've only got a GoPro 8, and I just figured it out yesterday.
I have a GoPro 7 black.
I got the 8 black, yeah.
It's all from one merchant. Nice, Raymond. Well, I can't wait to hear how you did with that one. Joe Papa's getting old.
Hey, I'm getting old, Lissa. You can put me on with him. We'll do a 3-way. Well, he can drink beer and we'll chat. Well, folks, it's been 3 hours. We're going to get out of here. I appreciate everybody and your input, your feedback, your participation. And Tommy, thanks a lot for your help. Learned a lot from what you were telling us, and I really appreciate it. So, Angie, have a fantastic night.
You too.
Have fun tomorrow yard selling. If you go, I'm going.
I'm going to go. What the heck? It's going to be a beautiful day here in Florida.
Roll out of that bed early.
Might as well be a Nazarite.
Hey, I YouTubed it last night to learn how to talk to mine and everything else. So, hey, you too, Tommy.
Hope everyone has great sales. Be listing lots of things this week.
Good night.
Message us if you got anything good going on. We want to hear about it.
Good night, Miss Journey. Y'all have a great night, Angie. Thanks again.
Thanks, Bobby.
See you soon.
Hump day.
Is that what it is?
Hump day.
Yard sale day. That's what I know. I don't work anymore, so I don't have a hump day. Every day is the same. Yeah, like used to on Sunday, be like, dang, I got to go back to work tomorrow. Not no more. Sunday's just another day. Good night.
Night, Lissa.